I should've known, won't pick up the phone, go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights fading in the night, know that I'm fine alone. I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I'll be running, I'll be running, I'll be running, I'll be running down, I'll be running, I'll be running down, I'll be running, I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes, skyline, sun in my eyes, skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing.
Do you remember the taxi, the backseat? You kissed me, and you kept playing Britney on repeat. It killed me. We watched The Shining 12 times. You liked when I held you tight. So why'd you let me go? It's all water under the bridge. Won't blame you for what you did. Chose you and you chose him. Water under the bridge, but I'm drowning in it. Water under the bridge, but I'm drowning in it. Have you shown him the tattoo that I drew for you? With a pen in the bathroom at 18, we went to a sketchy
Really? He puts it in 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be fighting hard for it. Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, he's got the oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through! He's gonna get the shot! He's gonna put it in! Back to back! On the backward, can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net!
High off the backboard here. Opportunity! Here comes the shot!
Hold on, surely this kid. Oh my lord!
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Palpatine on the goal line. He did not
Nearly over!
sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions. All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. We're back here for another week of league play action as we're getting down to the final couple matches of the regular season. I know it's crazy to say. It seems like we still have so much to go, but it's starting to get there. I'm Rockerman back in the booth, joined by Mr. Cognition. Cog, how are you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, Bartman. Glad to be back on the 8 o'clock slate with another set of Titan games. So the highest league of Nemesis is always fun to see.
Yeah, no, it should be a great one for sure. I'm excited. Always good to see some Titan League action. So definitely a great way to kick off the stream. I do got to give a quick shout out to Fort resubbing at the very end of last on Monday's stream. Come back for 24 months. So happy birthday to Mr. Fort for the 2-year sub anniversary. Much love. But yeah, Cog, this is gonna be a spicy matchup here. We got the Dragons near the top of the Titan League and the Reapers pushing in that play-in position.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an exciting one with Dragons leading the Titan League with a 9-2 record, and Bluey and Vulcan on that squad, and two of the only guys that are 2K on the same team. I believe the only other team is the Spartans, and they are also in the same division. So really excited to see what Bluey and Vulcan can do for the Dragons, and then coming out for the Reapers, they're also 5-6. So by all means, they still have a decent record in this Titan League. They are still in the play-ins. They are tied with 4 teams at 5-6. So they're really hoping to squeeze one out on the Dragons tonight.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully they can here, as it looks like. Yeah, I did okay. sent the wrong lobby info to these people, but they're joining up here, so we'll get them in here in a second. But yeah, it should be an exciting matchup for sure here. The Dragons, like you mentioned, the top of the Titan League, 9-2, really kind of impressing a lot of people so far this season. I mean, you get Blue and Vulcan, that dynamic duo. It's a great one for sure here, as it looks like they're joined up in the lobby here, and we're just waiting on the Reapers to hop on in here. But while we do, Cog, is there anyone in specific that you're looking out for in between these two teams tonight?
Yeah, we saw the Reapers play last week, and I kind of want to see Dr. Brown. Super. I don't know if he's going to be here tonight, but I really do want to see how good Dr. Brown's going to be, because I feel like I don't remember who the Reapers played last week or 2 weeks ago when I saw them play, but he had super crucial opportunities and super good key moments in defense. So I'm really looking for him to have a big game for this Reapers squad to see if maybe they can upset this Dragons team.
Yeah, no, hopefully so. I want to see some good performances. I want to see a close matchup. You always love to see a little bit of upsets here, for sure. Channel point predictions are up if you guys want to get your predictions in for this one. But yeah, while we wait, we'll continue to talk about these teams. Look like we're just waiting on the Reapers possibly getting a sub here for this one. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, I mean, Cog, for me, I'm always excited to see this Bluey Vulcan combo. That's one of my favorite things here to watch out for. These two always find a way to get on the same team, no matter what. Even though it's a draft-based league, and you got two of the best players in Titan with a lot of chemistry.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, Bluey coming into this game he is second in goals per game in the Titan League, which is huge. And then obviously you have Vulcan, who does lead the Titan League in demos with almost 4 demos per game. I think he's at 3.6, but regardless, we're going to call it almost 4. And then they also have a third man in Sanzo, who, although I don't think he's played too many games in Titan this season for them, he has the second best shooting percentage in the Titan League, which is nothing to slouch about, 41%. And that's coming from almost a tier min player. So these guys from top to bottom, from 1 to 3, are all super solid. I'm pretty excited to see what they're gonna do in this street game.
Yeah, no. It should be a great one. Bluey averaging over 500 score per game. That's actually second best in the Titan League, surprisingly. But the man he's just putting up numbers out there for sure. And we'll be able to see. Hopefully, we'll get to see some great numbers in this matchup here for this one. But as we continue to wait here, Kyle, I'll throw it to you again for a prediction. I mean, I know we're still waiting on the Reapers to hop in here with a possible sub. Looks like they might even be getting a challenger player to sub in for the beginning. So that might sway your prediction a little bit. But I want to hear who you got in this matchup. Do you think the Dragons are gonna improve to 10-2, or do you think the Reapers can pull off a little bit of an upset?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the Reapers do. I know they recently signed Strength, and I think that we're going to see him play tonight. So we didn't get to see him last time we were on stream. So I think the Reapers might be able to swing a game, but at the end of the night, Dragons are going to take this 3-1.
Alrighty, well, we will have to see if that turns out to be the case. You guys, again, can get your channel point predictions in. Got about a minute remaining on the channel point predictions, so make sure you guys get those in. Let us know who you got in this matchup. Right now, it looks like the odds are in favor of the Dragons taking this one. So the viewers and their many channel points are siding with you at the moment, Cog. So we'll see if they are going to be correct about that one. But yeah, again, it should be interesting. It looks like the Reapers do have Strength, Masaint, and it looks like they're going to be bringing up Milkert from the Wraiths, at least for the first game, to sub in. So that'll be an interesting aspect here in this one. And to be honest, Cog, I've seen many subs from lower leagues. Sometimes they don't work, but there are some times when those top players in the Titan League can actually fit perfectly with a lower league sub.
Yeah, the Titan League players do have to adjust to kind of that Charlie Little player, just as the Charlie Little player has to adjust to the Titan League. And Yeah, I don't know if exactly the Reapers sub is going to be able to handle the Titan League and this Dragon team specifically, but yeah, I mean the tempo of play and the speed that he's going to play at is going to be different for the Dragons as well. So it should be just kind of a two-way sword. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's difficult, as a player from lower leagues that subbed up in the Titan before. It's a whole different beast. You get rival league, and it's like, I mean, as a challenger player, it's like, okay, I can hang a little bit, depending on the team. But you get to Titan league, and like these guys are just, double flip resetting. Bluey's posting montages on Twitter on your head, and it's just a tough time sometimes. So we'll see how the Reapers are going to be able to hold here. As it looks like we do have everyone in the lobby here. Gonna get them all joined up and we're ready to go here. So we'll get game one underway between these two teams, the Dragons and the Reapers. So it's gonna end up being the Dragons with Bluey, Vulcan, and Sanzo, and the Reapers with Strength, Moss Saint, and Milkert is coming in. So here we go. We'll get game one underway. Dragons in the orange and the Reapers in the purple tonight. And we'll see if the Reapers can pull off a little bit of an upset as they're trying to take a shot early, but that one is gonna go off the mark. And here's Bluey taking the air, going with the Musty off the back. We're trying to find a double, but that one's going to be cleared away into the corner. Sanzo going to block that one off with Saint, trying to get it out. Vulcan going to find a demo there as Bluey again going to take up to the skies here. Milkert going to try to get up and challenge him early, and he's going to get a good challenge off there. And I actually played with Milkert earlier this season in Cognition, and like you mentioned, it's gonna be a tough task, but I think Milkert can definitely be up to the test.
Yeah, no, he's looking good for this first 40 seconds of the game, I'd say. And the Reapers are holding out super, super well. I know they've kind of been on defense this first 45 seconds, but, I mean, they're not looking too horrible. We're not seeing Dragons have their insane offense that we're used to seeing. So this is looking like it's going to be a tight one, at least for game one, Rockerman.
Yeah, game one always a little bit of feeler game. And, if you're going to pull the upset here as the Reapers, you kind of need this first game. If they can squeak this one out, we could definitely have ourselves a series for sure. As right now, Dragons suffocating in the Reaper's half. Another challenge going to come through. Bluey trying to get to that one. Another shot coming up, but Milkert going to block it up as Vulcan throws it off the wall. Mossing can't get up to that one. Going to throw this one off to the side. Strength going to push it back into the Dragon zone. Bluey trying to get to another one. He's going to push it over to the side, trying to find his longtime teammate Vulcan. Instead, Sanzo going to come through as Vulcan is harassing in the back end, trying to find some demos. But did they overcommit there? They're going to double commit. This is a big opportunity for the Reapers, but no one is quite up for this one. And so far here is, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, Sanzo with the double tap off the backboard.
Wow. Vulcan with a great touch up, and Sanzo going to be, I don't know, he came in all from the left wall maybe, or all from the left side, but a great double touch down, and that's going to punish the Reapers for not having that open shot opportunity there in the midfield there, Rock.
Yeah, that one was a big opportunity missed by the Reapers. And right now, something else I'm seeing, Cog, is that the Reapers, they don't seem like they want to challenge in the air at all. I don't know if you noticed that as well.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're a little hesitant. They don't exactly know what the Dragons are going to do, but I mean, Strength here, trying to do something on the back wall. They definitely are trying their best, I'd say, Rocker.
Yeah, they are trying, but will it be enough here? They're finally going to get a clear out into the Dragon's end. We'll see if they can put something towards the net, but Sanzo waiting on this one. Going to try to find a flip reset, sending it down. A pinch going to come out of the midfield. Big opportunity here for the Reapers. Saint trying to get to it, but he's going to be denied away. Just a little bit too far off on that one to get a good shot on net. Dragons just able to get there in time. Just a step too slow at the moment as we pass the halfway point here of game number one. Bluey coming off the ceiling. Going to bump Saint off the ball. Vulcan on the dribble. This one can be sent off the backboard. Sanzo has to make that touch and does. This one's around him. Opportunity here for this one. Trying to find a 50, but Strength can't quite push it through. This one again. Pop the midfield. Milkert trying to get up to this one. Gonna find a 50. This one off the corner. Bluey gonna push this one up high now. He's trying to do something. Gets a flip. Does he have something else? Get another flip. He's trying to throw it towards the net, but Saint is gonna get to that one. Another great mechanical opportunity, but Cog, this game still stays at a 1-0 margin.
Yeah, the Reapers are holding out really well on defense here. I mean, we haven't seen them have too much offense, and like you said, the aerial game might be a little delayed, but I mean, hey, you're down 1-0 to this Dragons team, and I mean, I would say they're making a couple mistakes, and they're still staying in the game, so hopefully we can see them get one in here, and maybe get us into overtime.
Yeah, this one now pushed into the corner here. Sanzo trying to keep the pressure up, looking for a teammate. Milkert going to push this one down, trying to take control here. Going to look to take it up the wall. Going to be dove on there As Sanzo is going to grab that ball. Massane got to watch out from behind as Bluey is trying to hunt him down there. Going to try to pop this one out. Vulcan is coming through looking for a shot towards the net. But Massane is going to grab that one. As again, thrown off the corner. Milkert going to find that block. The Reapers trying to get out of their end, but Dragons just keeping this pressure on. But still, only a 1-0 margin. Bluey with a flip, gonna put it over the top, try to drop it down to Sansa, who's right there for that one. As Bluey's coming back for another shot, Strength can't get to it. It's off the post again off the post. It's just floating there. And now, wait a minute, could be a counterattack opportunity if the Reapers can get going. This one sent back down to the corner, gonna be blocked up there and pushed out. But another great opportunity there for the Dragons here. Cog, but they just can't quite push it through, as now they finally will. Vulcan sends it in. It's 2-0.
Yeah, that was a lot of pressure there from the Dragons. A lot of great opportunities, and they're not being able to put them away. But here they're going to put that one away. Bluey going to get a nice little 50 here with the Saint, and Vulcan's going to put that one to the bottom left. Put a little comfortable 2-0 lead on the board with 38 seconds here.
Yeah, now feeling comfortable with that lead, like you mentioned, and the Reapers going to need a little bit of a miracle if they're going to want to bring this one back in the regulation of this. This one pushed off to the side, 30 seconds now remaining. Got to find one with a little bit of time remaining, as this one is going to be one Massate with a big dunk.
You know, maybe that's on me. I said this was a comfortable lead, but hey, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead to have in any game of soccer or Rocket League. So Massate getting a great touch over the Dragons defense here, putting that in the top right. And they're going to have it 2-1 with a little bit of time left here, Rock.
Yeah, now 26 seconds. All they got to do is find one, even if it hits 0, as long as that ball stays up. They have a chance here as Milkert trying to do something against Bluey. Gonna find a 50 if the ball staying in the corner. Off the backboard. Big opportunity, but denied away. A great save comes through. As this one blocked off. Reaper's trying to find something. Final 10 seconds. Strength. He tries to pinch it down. Milkert gonna take control. Not a lot of boost. This one, he pushed to the side. It's just hanging in the Dragon's zone. This one, Massane sending it down. It's towards the net. The ball is actually going to bounce back up. Reapers still have an opportunity. Strength is going to send it up. Dragons trying to push it out. It's sent a long way. Milker, can he get to it? Not quite. It's going to touch the ground, and the Dragons are going to hold on, but pretty close game one, all things considered.
Yeah, no doubt. Milker subbing up, and I'm sure he wasn't exactly ready to sub up for this Titan game, so holding off into a 2-1 lead here, and the Dragons, I mean, Sanzo hit a really nice punching shot there through the midfield with that nice double tip off the back wall, but if you're the Reapers, you can't really lower your head on that one. I mean, 2-1, you're hoping just to go next game and do a little bit better on offense.
Yeah, no, they just got to find some offensive opportunities. We saw, obviously, their defense was a big force in that one, really able to stop the threatening shots on net, but yeah, you mentioned it. We need some offense from the Reapers if they're going to want a chance to bring this one back in this series. So we'll see what they can conjure up for game number 2. Cog, do you have any pointers for them? If you were their coach here, you have any pointers on how they can get some more of that offense into game 2?
Yeah, I think it starts with what you said in game 1, and that's that we got to get on the ball early into the air, and we kind of got to get the Dragons to get off the ball a little more. I think they have a little bit too much time on offense to do what they want to do best, and that is score.
Alrighty, well, we'll have to see if they can put a little more pressure on as we're into game number 2 here. Dragons leading 1-0 in the series. This ball to the backboard. Double tap attempt is coming right off. Bluey's going to come right through, and only 11 seconds in, the Dragons are going to strike first.
Yeah, and it looks like the Reapers don't have much boost here off the back wall, so the Dragons are going to, again, the Dragons are a punishing team. They're going to put that one in the top right-hand corner. Starting off our aim with 1-0.
Yeah, big start there for the Dragons here, and when you're a team like the Dragons, you're 9-2, top of the Titan League. You already won game 1. It was probably a little bit sloppier than they would have liked, but when you should be the better team here. It's always good to come out with that first goal and don't give the Reapers any hopes of a comeback here. As this one, a double commit comes through, might give them some hopes, but that one, Louis able to get back just in time, and another opportunity that the Reapers could have had here, but this one dropping down, just gonna be pushed off to the side. Massate gonna find that touch, able to send it away to the sidewall here. So trying to get out of their zone, a pass out of midfield, almost to Vulcan there. Luckily, wasn't able to quite put that one on target. Milkert goes off the wall, trying to flick it towards the net, but Bluey is all on top of that one. Able to send it out and able to send another shot towards the net. Massate gonna push that one a long way out of the way. As Vulcan trying to find that 50 here. Strength now sending it out towards the backboard. Opportunity here. It's dropping down. Bluey gonna have to help out with that one as another chance there is an insane pitch. It's just going to go off the post there. It almost went in, almost a highlight reel play, but not quite meant to be.
Yeah, that was almost an insane pinch there from half field. Strength with a nice little shot there going to the bottom left. But this Dragons team, we're seeing them hold up really, really well here on defense. I think we're seeing Reapers get a little bit more offense, surprisingly, from game one. So, contrary, they are getting a little bit more on the ball, and it's kind of what you want to see. This game is still close, and I'm kind of pulling for the Reapers here to get this goal.
Yeah, we'll see if they can find what is this ball popped up in midfield, but only the Dragons ready for that one as Vulcan throws it again off the corner. The ball popping out. Milker can't quite make that touch. Masaint is going to send that one away. The Reapers now looking to get on offense. Masaint try to send it in the midfield, but Bluey right on top of it, trying to stick with it. It's going to be pitched back in the Reapers' end strength. Going to take this one as that one dangerous ball by Masaint, but it is going to work out there. Dragons not quite ready for that one. As this one, Milker gonna bang it down a long way. Bluey gonna look for this one, trying to take some control. Just gonna pop it up. He's got a little bit of time. Gonna go for a flip reset over the top of one. Strength is trying to help him out. This one shot towards net. Milker has to get back there. As again, the Dragons on the attack. This one shooting towards the net. A big dunk. It's just gonna go off the post. Another opportunity gone by there. But again, Cog, it's only a 1-0 ball game here. The Reapers, they still have great defense, and they just need to try to find a way on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. We have been seeing them get suffocated this last minute and a half, and the Dragons do a good job of suffocating you here, as we're seeing. And Bluey gonna get a nice open net here right down the middle, and with that demo coming through, I'm not sure who got that for the Dragons, but that's gonna open up that opportunity to get them up 2-0.
Yeah, big demo on the side there, and Masaint just not quite able to spawn back in time, and the Dragons gonna take advantage once again now with a 2-0 lead here. About 2:09 remaining in this game. Masaint trying to get to that one, can't quite find that touch. A shot attempt is going to be perfectly placed by Milker coming through, and a challenger player providing some offense.
Yeah, Masaint there, I think, getting a nice soft touch, and Bluey getting a little bit flat on that back line. Milker with an amazing shot here into the top left, and that's what you want to see if you're the Reapers. Plenty of time left to make this comeback.
Yeah, now only down by one. A lot of time, 2 minutes remaining in this one to find something. We'll see what they're able to find as this one's sent to the backboard, but it's just going to be double tapped in, and Bluey is trying to deny any signs of a comeback.
Yeah, second kickoff goal here for the Dragons, and I mean, that's a great touch there by Vulcan to put it up for Bluey, and Bluey's almost already up to read that and put it into the bottom left. Dragons take a 3-1 lead.
And that's that chemistry we talked about. Those two, just insane amounts of chemistry. Been teaming in Nemesis for pretty much as long as anyone can remember. And you find that connection again right there. You would have put in the back of the net as they once again have a 2-goal lead here in this game number 2 as Vulcan and Sansa both commit. It's an opportunity, 3-on-1 almost, if they can put this one towards the net. But Bluey is able to get to the backboard, able to defend that one, able to find a flip reset, able to send it down. As Masaint grabs that ball, try to stick with it, gonna get it by one. It's just Vulcan to work with, trying to make the flick. Vulcan with some great defense, able to deny it away. As this one is up, Milkert trying to keep it around, but that one could be blocked up by Masaint. Bluey watching out here. The bumps are trying to come through. Big dunk comes in. Strength sends it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and it all works out here, and Masaint gets a little bit too in front of the ball, so he goes for a bump. Bluey does a good job of avoiding it, but Strength just is going to say that he's bigger on the goal line and put that one right over him to take or I guess they're down 2-3 now, but still a close game.
Yeah, that was a huge dunk there. Bluey is trying to do everything in the net there to deny that one away, but just a massive dunk here. As a bump attempt comes through, but Vulcan, he's going to deny that one away. The Reapers almost found the tying goal there in this game at number 2, but Sanzo, he's looking to stay with this one. Masaint finds a block. Strength, going to push it off to the side as Vulcan sends that one down. Milkert finding a touch, trying to get to this one, but Bluey going to find a touch, going to find a small another one as Masaint gonna flick it by one. It might be a 3-on-1 right here as the demos are trying to come through. Milker tries to pop it out, but Strength not quite ready. Strength gonna turn now with the net kind of open. Gonna take a delayed shot there, but Bluey is back just in time as we're down to the final 30 seconds here. The Reapers starting to get a little bit of offense going for themselves here. Is this one pushed down? Opportunity by 2 right now. Masaint has an opportunity. He's trying to send it in. He's going to find a bump. The net is almost open, but Vulcan is able to get back to it. Sanzo is going to send it down, and he's going to send it in, and the Dragons going to find another lead.
Yeah, I can't believe Vulcan was able to stay on that ball. I mean, it looks like he actually had maybe 15 boost after getting bumped off of that ball, and obviously, if you're Reapers, you got to commit there. You're down 3-2 with 20 seconds left, just trying to get that final goal. So, but a great job from the Dragons here to punish them with 18 seconds to go, trying to actually take a comfortable 2-goal lead this game, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, that was an insane play by Vulcan. Because he was bumped, he was able to save that flip to get back to it and caught the Reapers completely off guard, denying their last hopes of any sort of comeback. Because this one dropped up towards the net. It's going to go off the post. The Dragons thought they had an easy one there, but couldn't quite find it, as it looks like this game is more than likely going to end at 4-2 here, as that ball will touch the ground, and the Dragons going to go up 2-0 in the series. So despite everything, the Dragons still find a way to win. But, you know, you can't say, Cog, again, that the Reapers aren't close, even though Bluey does drop 1,000 score on their heads.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I didn't realize that he was balling that much, but yeah, 6 saves, 3 goals, a hat trick here from Bluey. So obviously the Dragons probably should have won 5-2. There was a little bit of a mishap at the end of the game, but the Reapers were in this most of the game, and the Dragons, although they look a little bit comfortable, also get a little bit shaky at times. So this is definitely not out of reach for them, I'd say. But the Dragons are definitely starting to show why they are the number 1 team in prospect, no doubt, Rob.
Yeah, no, these guys are definitely solid team without a singular doubt here. And you know, they hold on to win, even if it did look a little shaky at times. They still find a way to win here, and they're gonna put themselves up 2-0 in this series. And now the Reapers are in a very tough hole here, Cog, with a challenger sub trying to pull a reverse sweep against the number 1 team in the Titan League. And you know, I don't know how they're gonna do it, Cog. I don't know what you got for us, but how do you think they can even start to make a comeback here?
Man, I mean, you got good offense last time. That's kind of what we needed. I think they had good pressure as well. I think this Dragons team just kind of outskilled you and outclassed you last game. So you're kind of hoping to maybe get that first man there a little quicker, and hopefully get a little bit of better shot selection on net as well, so that way you guys can maybe get an early goal lead.
Yeah, and we'll see if there are any mistakes to be made as well. That could possibly help a little bit here as well. No mistakes to be made right there. An early goal to kick things off.
Yeah, this is going to be the third kickoff goal of the series here, and I mean, that's a great kickoff play. It looks like Bluey to Sanzo. Sanzo back to Vulcan, and Bluey could have finished it one himself if he wasn't unselfish, but this Dragons team here is starting to click, Rock.
Yeah, again, just the pressure from them is just a little bit too much for the Reapers to handle. And again, if you're going to start things off here as, wait a minute, Messane trying to send that one in. You know, if you're that top team, once again, an early goal, just like we saw in game number 2. But wait a minute, might be an overcommit if Messane can get back to it. But no, good speed by Vulcan, able to recover. And that's another thing I've noticed here as this match has gone on is, oh my goodness, wait a minute, Strength is going to send that one in.
Yeah, Reaper's telling us, hold on, we're not out of this game. There's still 4.5 minutes left. Milker here going to force that one middle, and Strength getting it over 2 Dragons player, putting it up in the top left. That's going to tie us up at 1-1.
Yeah, that was a great one right there. Able to send it in the back of the net. And man, that was just a nice play there. But what I was going to say is that before they tried to stop me is, oh my goodness, Milker trying to find the air dribble in the back of the net. Before they stop me is, I feel like the one thing we've seen from the Dragons here for the most part is that they have some really good recoveries, as Bluey is going to hit that one to the net, and it's going to ricochet off a defender.
You know, I wouldn't say we've seen too many catastrophic mistakes here in this Titan League series, but unfortunately, Messane not going to get the touch he wants off the back wall, and Bluey going to accept that goal here for the Dragons and put them up 2-1 with plenty of time to go.
Yeah, that one, a tough one there. And you know, when you're the underdogs here, trying to make some sort of comeback, you can't really afford any mistakes like that one. As here comes Vulcan, dropping that one down, dropping it in, and it's 3-1 early on.
Yeah, we're starting to see the Dragons get on offense a lot more. Sanzo on 0 boost, mind you. Vulcan going to get a nice little bouncing double judge. It's a nice little shot here from the Dragons, and they're getting a little bit more comfortable in this game 3, looking to take this one away.
Yeah, they are looking to take this one, and you're starting to get back to the Dragons that we've seen for most of the season here. Maybe caught a little bit off guard by the Reapers' play style in the first couple games, and they really didn't have the offense that they were pretty much known for. Forced to rely on, you know, making some last-ditch saves when they try to overcommit, and it helped the Reapers stay in this series. But we'll see if they can try to stay in this game to keep their series hopes alive. As this one an open net, and Messane gonna try to send it back to his zone off the ceiling, trying to leave that one for Bluey off the backboard, trying to find a double tap, can't find it though. as Milkert going to take this one up. Sanzo pre-jumping him, but Milkert still going to find that 50. Able to block it up in the midfield. This one pushed to the corner. Milkert trying to find a flying Masaint there. It's going to bounce out of the midfield, though, to a Vulcan who's trying to find this one. Milkert with a nice touch, but the ball still dropping down. Milkert comes back again, making another great save as that one is again thrown back towards the net, just a little bit off the net there. And Bluey able to send it to the side here. And Milkert again is definitely impressing as he almost gets it by the last defender there.
Yeah, Milkert is definitely starting to make this Reapers team come alive. They're still down 2 goals, and he definitely wants to at least get a game under his belt here for this Reapers team, even though the Dragons, I would say, are back to their original suffocating play style that we've kind of seen them do for a lot of the time this series, Rock.
And now with 2:30 remaining here, the Dragons just trying to hold on. The Reapers gonna need some sort of offense here. Maybe on a counterattack. The Dragons get a little bit too aggressive. This one pushed to the corner. Opportunity gonna be popped towards net. A demo comes through. This one just over the top of Strength. Over Masaint. Just Milkert back. Trying to hopefully buy some time for his teammates. This one sent towards net. Block attempt coming through from Bluey, but just gonna be pushed off to the corner. This one's sent up. Opportunity. Vulcan looking for someone, but just gonna find the Reaper's corner and their back left boost there. As Milkert again gonna look for this one. Gonna try to find a touch here. Vulcan taking control, playing it slow here. Dragons just content to hold on to their 2-goal lead and close this series out. This one pushed up. Bluey gonna find it, sending that one high. Mistouch comes through. Bluey trying to come down, but Masaint gonna help his team out on the back foot there. Vulcan trying to find a pre-jumping Sanzo, but instead just gonna find a Milkert, as now it's just one man back. Strength is trying to hunt down Bluey. Bluey, though, he's gonna get around him, find a great touch there. And again, Cog, it seems like the Reapers just can't quite find those opportunities in the back of the net.
Yeah, the final touch just isn't really clicking, and I don't know if it's the timing or if it's just the Dragon synergy, but they can't seem to close it out here on offense. And I mean, Bluey here on this back line has been amazing for the Dragons. I think they've had most of the offense this game, but whenever it goes back to their goal line, it's always the man himself, Bluey, taking it right off the back line.
Yeah, and it always seems like he's the one scoring as well. We saw a double savior medal in the last game, and then he also put in a couple of goals to his name in the last one, dropping 1,000 points. And he's looking to close things out here as the Reapers trying to find one down the way. Bluey gonna send that one into his corner there. Sanzo can actually take the boost. This one's dropped down. It's an open net there, and Milkert is gonna find it. Only 40 seconds remaining. The Reapers down by 1.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of trolling here going on from the Dragons, but hey, the Reapers are going to take advantage of that. There's 40 seconds left of this game, and they're still looking to close out a game from this team, so they'll take whatever they can get. 2-3 with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, 40 seconds remaining. Need a good kickoff here. It's going to be a fake, actually. Bluey trying to send that one up to Sanzo. Over to Vulcan. The 3-man passing play. It's going to go just off. And that one, Strength is going to push it out. But a follow-up comes through from Bluey. The 4th time is the charm there. Sends it in the back of the net. It's 4-2.
Yeah, and that's their second kickoff goal of this game, 4th of the series. And this one, again, was coordinated just like the first one was at the beginning of this series. A great 3-man passing play. They've definitely coordinated and done this a couple times this season. Taking a 4-2 lead, getting, again, a comfortable lead with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, and it just seems like the Reapers, they've been so close, but just out of reach in this series. All the games have been close until the very end, it seems like. As now Milkert trying to take this one up. Bluey trying to go in and out. Milkert with a flip reset off the backboard there, trying to style on him a little bit, trying to find that last second goal. As the final seconds here for the Reapers ticking away. Masaint off the backboard, trying to drop that one down. Can't quite find the angle, but the ball is rolling in the corner, and the Dragons here gonna come through, gonna find the sweep here. But a valiant effort, I have to say, by the Reapers, but the Dragons just a little bit too much in the tank there, and they're gonna come home with a 3-0 victory.
Yeah, wow, and what a showcase here for the Dragons, beating them in 3-0 sweep. I know the Reapers still fought back. Every game, I believe, was almost a 1-goal game until that last minute-ish. But Bluey putting on a performance. I think Vulcan had a great defensive stand in one of those games. But yeah, the main storyline is the Dragons are definitely the best team in Titan right now.
Yeah, they are definitely a very good team. 10-2 on the season. So we're not really messing around when we talk about those Dragons players and that team with their chemistry. A very, very good team, no doubt, as they're getting ever closer to clinching a play-in spot there. Magic number now with that win is going to be 3 to clinch a play-in spot. So getting very close to clinching are those Dragons, and another big win here is most certainly going to help them there. And the Reapers, a tough loss, having to sub up here. Cog going to drop to 5-7, but they are still in that heat. There is a 6-way tie, a 5-way tie for the final play-in spots there. So they're still in it. It does suck to lose this one, but they're not out of the race by any means.
Yeah, no doubt. There's definitely still plenty of season left. I believe there's 5 games left after tonight, so they're gonna have maybe even 6. They got plenty of time to do what they want to do. And again, you can't really hold your head down. You had a Chally sub, and I think that Milk did pretty well for being a Chally. So I definitely think it threw the Dragons off their game a little bit, and he played pretty well, especially towards the end of that series. So
Yeah, most certainly. And yeah, big congratulations to the Dragons. They are going to take the victory here in this one. So congratulations to them. We are going to head to a little bit of a break here, but when we come back, we are going to have our next matchup coming your way. It is going to be another spicy one. I do have to say, I think it's gonna be another good matchup in the rival league. Blaze versus Kings, another great matchup here. So make sure you guys stick around. We're gonna head to that break, but when we come back, we'll have that rival league action for you. Blaze taking on Kings. So make sure you guys stick around, and we will see you guys in a little bit.
Touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the
He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. There's Heck. He's gonna give a shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
This here. Hold on. Surely this kick. Oh my
It's
lord.
go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Stay on the goal line. He did
Nearly over.
sweep. It comes through. The venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nemesis Gaming League. My name is Colson, and co-hosting today's match in Rivals is Chunk. Chunk, how you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. We've got a great matchup with great implications for these teams. Someone has to win, and it'll put them in a great position here tonight.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be important for both of these teams who are both 3-8. We have Blaze against the Kings, both 3-8 in Rivals. Right now, both out of the playoffs and the play-ins. One team is going to use the other as a stepping stone to get to the top of this league. Both teams right now are third in their respective divisions. We have Blaze, who's third in the Eastern Atlantic, and we have the Kings, who are third in the Western Mountain. Chunk, what do you think it's going to take for either one of these teams to come out on top tonight?
I think it depends on how Marco will play with Riley or Rilo, my bad. As he is a new acquisition, I don't know how they're gonna play well. It kind of could be a good game to see how they're gonna mesh together, but I'm not sure how they'll mesh together. But if they can find a way to connect tonight, I think that Blaze will take this game. If Kings can shut that down, I think Kings have a very good chance here.
For those watching, you might have seen that Donald was the other acquisition. Rilo and Donald were both picked up on Monday by the Blaze squad, but Donald can't play tonight, so he's getting replaced by another D name, Doodle. Doodle is going to be playing for Donald today, and we'll see if he can help the Blaze get to 4-8 or if they'll fall to 3-9. I think all the players have loaded up into the lobby, and I personally think that Visk is going to be my standout player on the side of the Kings. I think he's going to be the one that's going to need to step up the most to help his team get to 4-8. But here we go. Marco and Blazing on the kickoff, and it goes in favor of the Kings in red, Blaze in yellow, and the Kings get an opening goal. The early pressure coming out from the Kings led to an early score.
Yeah, really good pass here from Visk. It pops right up, and Blazing, great awareness, was right over net, kind of sweeping out for Demos, but just turns on the ball, and really good shot by him to put them up with 7 seconds only into the game.
Yeah, I liked how Blazing stayed right in front of the net. He trusted that this was going to be able to get it to him, and he did. Blazing yet again staying on this ball. 2 go for Blaze, but it is a little bit wide of the net. That could have been a great opportunity to double their lead. Doodle pops it over to Chicken, who puts it over. I think Chicken is actually Rilo, so if I get those mixed up during this cast, that is why. Rilo taking it up to the wall, but gets dunked out by Visk. Doodle trying to pop this out in the way, but Blazing with a great dunk and getting his second of the game.
Yeah, really good. Another Visk really touched that left Doodle in an awkward position, and Blazing gets it over the top of him. Marco just awkward in that, not able to do anything. A lot of faith in his teammate, but they've got to find answers here.
I see Magic's in the in the Twitch chat talking when he's in game. That is so funny. Said Chunk that you egoed him just then. So hello to Magic's. I think Chunk might have to apologize in a couple of seconds, but Doodle takes over here, gets a strong 50 out to midfield, but Magic's is there. Marco able to beat out Blazing and pop it over into the midfield. This touch comes out a great doink over and in. Marco with a great shot. cutting the lead in half.
Yeah, this is kind of what we expect from Marco. He's one of the higher style players in the league. He's got great speed. He was on a really good Pineapples team last season, but I know they didn't do too well in the playoffs, and he's trying to get his team up here to have an opportunity this season.
The Doodle Doink set up Marco for that goal, but now Magix takes it off the wall, looking for Blazing. A strong 50 coming out from Marco, but Visk is there in net. Doodle trying to keep this pressure on, but sends it high and wide. This jumps for it, maybe a double commit coming out. Low boost for Visk, but Blazing able to pop this one out and away. A couple of quick chats coming out in the game chat, but I'm sure that is just part of fun in the game. Doodle misses on this one. Marco able to put this one into the corner. Doodle pre-jumping it, trying to get the read, fakes it out, and Blazing is there for the save. Rilo up and whiffs on this ball. Doodle trying to get a Magic's way, but Visk takes over. Blazing trying to get a redirect, popping it back up to Visk, but it goes straight down to Marco. Midfield presence not really strong for either of these teams so far in this game, Chunk.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of opportunities from both these teams so far. A lot of missed touches have just led to goals or big dunks or big 50s. We haven't seen too many really opportunities develop from midfield pressure because there is none right now.
Marco gets a 50 on Blazing, but it goes back into the Blaze corner. Doodle able to beat out Magix and send this one high and long into the Kings half. Visk just lets the other team have it. Could be a double potential, and Marco capitalizes on it. That's the wrong team. Visk and Blaze tie the game up.
Yeah, we've got a 2-2-2-2 here as Marco will get his second goal as well in the game. Great little pop-up from Visk, unfortunate touch, and Marco capitalizes here on a mistake.
Back into the kickoff we go. Magic's popping it up for Visk, trying to make up for the mishap that he just had. But Doodle is on it. Flip reset down to Rilo. Marco in the wings, just about to boom this downfield. Rilo up in the air and down! And Magix gets a great save out and away. Almost a little bit of a miscommunication, but they do well on the side of the Kings to figure that one out. Discs get 50'd in the midfield. That midfield presence that I was criticizing from both teams is now showing up on the side of Blaze. This half flip back to it, gets it around Marco, and this could be the opportunity for a counterattack. This tries to get it around Doodle, but Doodle is able to get back to that one. Great midfield presence from Doodle as it gets cleared down into the Kings half. Blazing, leaving that one into the corner where Visks picks it up and launches it back downfield. I'm liking what I'm seeing, kind of a stabilization of both play styles from these teams. What are you seeing, Chung?
Yeah, we've had probably one shot since we were talking about no midfield presence. We've seen a lot more midfield presence and a lot of more missed touches as one nearly goes in as we were talking about the shots, but just a lot more pressure from both teams, a lot more speed as they get more comfortable in this game.
There's the shot you were hoping for. Chicken, also known as Rilo, puts that one into the net. Doodle drop down, Doodle doink, and a Doodle drop down. Blazing gets a hand on it, but it's too strong and goes into the back of the net. 1 minute remaining, and we dive into our sixth kickoff of the match. Marco gets this one into the Kings half, but Blazing with a strong clear out. Magix could have got a bump on to Rilo, but it does not go through. Visks pops this one on and over. Marco, last back, pops this one up and away into the midfield where he tries to follow it. Gets a great pinch into the Kings corner. Let's see what they can do with it. A little bit of awkwardness. Double commit coming out from it, but they recover well. Doodle trying to go for a sidewall. Marco able to beat out a defender. Fake comes out from Doodle. Nothing will come from it, though. A lot of pressure, but the pressure is going nowhere as we lead to our last 30 seconds, but this is the breakaway that we could look for. But Rilo able to save this one out and away, and a counterattack from him. Does it himself and gets his second of the match.
Yeah, really good bump here from Doodle on his way back and sets up Rilo for a very easy shot. Very easy way to almost certainly put away this game one here as they've scored 4 straight goals.
4 unanswered from Blaze. This is what they could do and need to do if they want to get back into their season. But Fisk goes for a double of his own, sees the plays coming out from Blaze, and says, wait, this isn't over. One kickoff goal remaining, and it could be tied up.
Yeah, just a little misflip from Doodle there. Really set up Visk for a wide open look, a really good look, and Visk able to capitalize.
50 out into the Blazes half. This is what the Kings need. Blazing over one. Viz trying to keep it up. Pass over to Magix, but no beans. This one gets bumped and ball goes down. Blaze take game number 1, 4-3.
Yeah, really good game from both teams there. Really, really good answer from Blaze in particular, as they were down too early off of a couple of missed 50s, great passes from Visk, but they were able to really find find each other as Rilo and Marco, like we were talking about. They kind of connected there. They both had 2 goals. They weren't getting in the way of each other, and able to get it done here in game 1.
Both teams had 9 shots. Blaze just able to get 1 more to fall. 4 saves from both teams. 3 assists from Blaze, 2 assists from the Kings. I liked what I saw from both teams. After the first 2 minutes or so of game time, I think they started to stabilize. They started getting the rotations back in order. I saw less and less double commits, and there was a lot more midfield presence, which led to more shots. I'd like to think that a lot of these shots came in the second half of the game because, like you said at the beginning, we did not see many. We saw the first 2 goals from Kings, but then it was kind of awkward. But that doesn't matter anymore as we load into game number 2. Blaze versus Kings. Blaze are up 1 in the series. Let's see if the Kings can come back. Kickoff and away we go. Doodle against Visk, and it's an even kickoff this time. Rilo able to grab the boost away from Visk, trying to get something to happen, but misses on the flip reset. Marco passes back to Doodle in his own corner. That is a safe play. Marco now full boost, looking maybe for a solo play, popping it over a low boost Visk. And just like that, Blaze are off to a blazing start in game number 2.
Yeah, Marco finds a Visk on 0 boost and really just takes advantage, able to shoot it over him. Really good shot by Marco, and they've got early momentum here. And from what I saw from last game, they are gonna be the team to kind of stop.
Pressure starting early for Blaze yet again, but Blazing able to get this one out and back into the Blaze half. Try to say that 10 times fast, huh? But now it's up over to Doodle. Blazing is able to get it back. Visk demos Marco, and this could be the counterattack. Magic, or Blazing over to Magix. Magic's trying to get back to Blazing, but a little bit behind him. Doodle getting a strong clear out, and Visk able to get a great past one, trying to get a 50 on the other, but ends up with the beat. Rilo going for a double, but no beans on that one. I think he got bumped into it, and now the ball sits floating in the Kings half. Doodle going up for it, trying to make it happen himself, but just elects to pop it over into the opposite Kings corner. Rilo off the ceiling, trying to get something to happen, popping it around 1. Marco is up, getting it around a second, trying to make something happen. Doodle sends it in, but just 50'd out into the Kings corner. Visk over to Marco, but a great cut coming out from Rilo. I love the pressure that we're seeing in the midfield so far. It's leading to these chances for Blaze. Marco popping this one out and over 1. And again, the midfield presence from both teams are leading to great chances, but when you commit too much, Doodle is able to pop it over your last back and double up on Blaze's lead.
Yeah, they sent the House Visk last man back, jumped for the dunk, but Doodle gets it around them in a great, really, capitalization on a very aggressive play here by Kings.
Rilo and Magic's 50 it out in the midfield, and Marco is the one on the ball yet again. Popped over into the midfield and now into the half, but Rilo is able to get back onto this one. Magix pops this one out and away. A lot of ping pong in this game number 2. I think that's what's led to Blaze's success, as we see a crazy pre-jump come out from Doodle. Blaze drops it in the midfield. Potential double commit. Rilo going for a sidewall, but nothing comes from it. This one goes off the crossbar and out. Unfortunately, the 4th man saves it away, but couldn't save it away the second time. Blaze now 3-0 in game number 2.
Yeah, just kind of awkward on defense. A lot of double commits, a lot of awkward bounces from this fourth man, the post. But they've got to find a way to kind of keep calm and not panic on the defense, because they are letting up a big hole in this game, and you do not want to go down 2-0 in the series.
I've seen great capitalization, like you said earlier, that Blaze has started to get against this Kings team. When there is an overcommit, when there is a double commit, Blaze has done a fantastic job on capitalizing on their opportunities. Opportunity could be there for the Kings as Marco whips one on the goal line, but it is saved away by a teammate. Now Marco has to get it over to, gets it by Visk and another, and now it's just Magic's trying to stall some time for Blaze to get back. Pass over, but Doodle couldn't get to that one quick enough. Rilo popping this one back in. Doodle cutting out for it. Rilo going back for it. But here is the opportunity for the Kings. Blazing, trying to get something to happen. Popped off the backboard. Magic's down and wide of the net. But this is there going for a double of his own. And he gets it, cutting the lead to just 2 with 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of awkwardness here from Blaze, as they didn't really have an answer to Magic's miss. It kind of threw him off, and then someone had to immediately commit. And Visk able to find an opportunity with someone low boost in net and able to hit his second double of the series.
One of my favorite quotes when I'm playing Rocket League is bad shots make great passes, and I get to say that one off. And in this scenario, a bad shot was great for the Kings. Pressure is on Blaze yet again. The Kings are starting to swarm, sensing this urgency that they need to get back into this game, but Rilo able to pop this one out and away. Gets another 50 on that one, and Blazing tries to meet him in the midfield, but Doodle gets the beat on him. Visk gets to pop this one out. This could be their opportunity, but Rilo is there for it. I think that demo could have come in clutch for Blaze, keeping the Kings out of their half. Rilo popping this one over Doodle, and Marco has to recover it. This could be the opportunity the Kings need. Visk taking it up into the air, maybe looking for a bump, but 2 go and double the commit, double the chance to save the ball, and Blaze get this one out into their half. What are we liking in this game so far, Chum?
I've kind of seen this Kings team kind of come alive. They were kind of on their back foot for the early, I would say, first 3 minutes of the game, but they've kind of found their stride again like they did early on in game 1, but they will let it another one here, as they will be punished again by Rilo. Really good 50 there by Doodle, and Blazing so awkward, can't find the hit, and just a really good capitalization off another mistake, another awkward scenario here for Kings.
That is a caster curse if I have ever seen one. We have been singing the praises of the Kings in this game, but Blaze remind us that they are the ones in the lead and they should be the ones getting the praise. Doodle pops this one up to Marco, beating out Magix, gets the bump in the midfield on Visk, but Visk goes to the gym and powers through. This one an awkward 50 out and low boost on both people on the Kings half, but Visk gets a great demo. Visk trying to get one into the back of the net, goes off post, and the follow-up is in. 16 seconds remaining, a mirror of what we saw in game number 1.
Yeah, Visk, the pop, Rilo awkward, didn't know if it was in, tried to make himself up, have a chance, but really good follow-up by Visk, read his own miss and put it in. He has really been leading this Kings team here when they need it the most.
Blazing gets a great 50, but Rilo does well to recover it. Double commit, double the fun from the side of Blaze, but they able to get this one back into the Kings half. Double the commit, double the fun coming out from the Kings. We're having a lot of fun today, but not as much as Blaze is having as they go up 2-0 in the series against the Kings.
Yeah, really good play. I was impressed by Doodle, how he really came in here as the FA sub and has been doing phenomenal. He is fit in really well with this Blaze team, and and I am just kind of in shock at how well he's kind of played around them.
Yeah, I completely agree. They have done a fantastic job so far, and they have been dominant in this series so far, really trying to get their hopes and playoff hopes back because they were originally out of it. But they're looking to keep and use the Kings as a stepping stone to make sure that they're able to continue their playoff hopes. I think we called for a little bit of a server change. I think Marco was the one to call for that one. So we're getting that one set up for you all. As the players rejoin, I think my standout player has been Marco. I think Doodle has done a great job substituting for Donald, but Marco has been the one that has held it down in the back. He's gotten a lot of the chances to come out, letting Doodle do what he needs to do as the sub, and then capitalizing on those opportunities that Doodle gives him. We saw the Doodle doink that led to so much pressure for Blaze, and I think it was the Doodle demo. So we're getting a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember, but there's a word, onomatopoeia. Nope, that's not it. I'll move on. Players are starting to join back into this one. I think the Kings need to look for one another. Right now, I'm seeing a little bit of midfield presence, and then once they get one touch in the midfield, they all just kind of retreat and they have low boosts. I think they need to be more willing to stay in the play and do something a little different than what they're doing now because they're not getting the chances that they need to stay in this series. What do you think, Chunk?
Yeah, they've got to find a way to kind of not be on that back foot like I said last game. They looked fine when they found their strides on offense, but they kind of got punished for making a little overcommits, little too much aggression. They need to find a balance here on offense and defense.
A balance is what they need. I think the players right now are checking some ping, making sure that their ping is balanced and all well and good before we dive into this server and commit to it. I think we have the go ahead from our prod team, and here we go. Kings loaded in. Now Blaze is loaded in as well. Blazing and Doodle on the kickoff. Let's see which goes in favor. Blazing with a great kickoff over, but a great save comes out from Rilo. Magix puts this one off the post. The infamous ding, not what you want to hear from the Kings. The infamous ding again, but the fourth man doesn't keep it away for Blaze, and the Kings go up 1-0.
Yeah, we've seen some incredible kickoffs here from Kings in game 1 and now to start off this game 3. That just kind of too much for Blaze to handle here on defense, and these quick opportunities can really kind of give them a cushion here going into the game 3.
That cushion is what this Kings team needs because they are down in the series. They need to pull off a reverse sweep to get the win today. Doodle looking for Marco in the midfield. This cuts it out. This could be a double up on the lead, but Rilo gets a great touch and lets his team get back to the ball. Rilo on it yet again in the midfield, but it's cut out and away by Blazing. Marco, this is the touch on the backboard. Magix with a quick shot, but Marco is there to save it away. Fisk takes this one up, looking for Blazing, but Marco cuts it out and over Blazing. Pressure is on the Kings now. Pop over into the midfield. A double commit, double the fun yet again. The Kings need to iron those out if they want to stand strong against this Blaze counter attack. Doodle pops this one up to the ceiling. Waterfall down, but Magic's able to put this one into the safety of his own corner. Quick shot comes out, but Marco is back for it. Doodle gets a great 50 on this in the midfield. Tries to flip it over one, but fortunate to keep this one close. Flicks it over Magix. It pops off the back wall. Marco with a quick shot, and Fisk able to save it away. Blazing then quick follow-up, putting it into the corner. And in the corner of the Kings, it remains. Still remains as Marco puts it back there. Doodle with a quick shot, but Fisk able to put this one again back into the corner. This left side corner for the Kings is where we remain. Chunk, what are we seeing so far in game number 3?
I've kind of seen the stuck-on defense that we saw for the Kings here in game 2. They need to find a way to break out here as they will have an opportunity here, but they're kind of awkward here. They need to find an opportunity to really not allow them to be at so much pressure, because eventually you will crack with that much pressure on you.
Yeah, Blaze with a quick pressure onto the Kings half yet again. Blazing pops this one up. Doodle over to Rilo. Rilo off the post, and a great save comes out, but it is not enough. Marco, true as ever, ties up game number 3.
Yeah, really good pass. Unfortunate bounce off the crossbar, and this just lands on it. But Marco, enough patience, enough really knowledge of where the ball is going, and able to find the follow through.
Kings now desperate. They need a goal to stay in this series, but with Rilo going towards net, that is a scary place to be. Marco tries to get it through, but Blazing and Magic's able to save it away, but Rilo puts it into the corner, but it is again saved away. Great rotations on the defense for the Kings right now in game number 3. Fisk looking for a demo, but Marco able to avoid it into the corner, but Marco saves it up and away. Great 50 coming out from Doodle. Now we are seeing the opposite of what we saw in the very beginning of this game number 3, where it stayed in the King's corner. This one gets launched away yet again. Back and forth we go. Fisk trying to do something with it, drops it down, and Marco able to get the 50 in midfield. Doodle with a quick shot, but it goes a little bit wide. Magix pops this one up. Fisk, low boost, not going to be able to do much with it, but he stays on it to keep the pressure off of his team. Great clear coming out from Fisk, and now it's a low boost Fisk against Marco, but Marco does well, putting this one on the sidewall and gets the double back into the Kings half. Doodle off the corner, quick shot from Rilo, but Fisk makes a great read. Fisk has been great on defense in this game number 3. Wouldn't you say so, Chum?
Yeah, he's really showed up with 3 saves so far in this game. He's kind of been the guy to clear out the ball, kind of alleviate this prolonged pressure that we've seen, and they really need him to do what we saw earlier in the series and kind of score a goal here to give them the chance to get this reverse sweep.
Marco putting pressure on the Kings yet again. Doodle trying to just keep this one in the Kings half, make them awkward, waste some boost, but Blazing says no sir, not today, and pops this one out and away. Blazing tried to get the opportunity, now it's a foot race back. Fisk trying to get to it, he gets a hand on it, but a great clear from Marco goes into the back of the net and gives Blade the late lead.
Yeah, Visco's just following too close, not able to really capitalize as Marco just finds the little pop past him, and Blaze have been really good at determining if this third man is too far up and being able to pop it over them and get easy goals from it.
Blazing trying to get one back for his team and does. Great flick coming out from him, and just like that, 16 seconds later, we have the game tied yet again.
Yeah, amazing flick by Blazy. Not a lot of boost. 1v1 ISO situation where he kind of set himself up for successes. He went up against Doodle, one of the lower style players, but Doodle has been playing incredibly. But those are the high quality looks that you are looking for if you are Kings here.
Blazing gets this one back into the Blazes half. Rilo fakes this one out, causing a Kings offense to go wide. Doodle pops this one up, but a great 50 by Blazing in the midfield. Looking for a teammate down, gets around one. Visk with a quick shot, going for a double, but it goes off the post and out. Blazing with a quick follow-up, but it does get sent away into the Blazes corner. Rilo with a quick pass up. Doodle trying to keep this one up in the air, but Visk elects to keep it up as well. Into the corner, looking for the corner read. Oh my goodness! Just off the 4th man and down. That could have been a dagger to get the Kings back into this series, John.
Yeah, that would have been probably one of the best goals we'll see all series, as a pinch just pops in at incredible speeds off this kickoff. Blazing goes down. Magic also there. Boosts it right past Marco, and everyone a little stunned after the amount of power they got on that. And Kings are not going down without a fight.
That went from the best goal potential to not my favorite goal potential. 6 seconds into that game, we get a kickoff goal. A lot of pressure coming out from the Kings in this game. They had 10 shots to Blaze's 9, just edging them out and getting that extra goal. I think we are good on this server. No team has called for a server change just yet, but the Kings now trying to get back into this series and have their first foothold, Chunk.
Yeah, they it kind of looked bleak for them coming into I believe it was 47 seconds. They were down 2-1, but late game heroics by Blazing with the big flick over Doodle in that kind of 1v1 scenario, and then able to find the way to overtime, and their kickoffs have been amazing so far in the series. I think they have been able to find 3 or 4 goals so far from that alone. So if they want success, you may go to kickoffs.
Kickoff goals may not be the most exciting thing in my mind, but they are as effective as any other goal in the game. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the score at the top of your screen. And if kickoff goals is what gets you there, then kickoff goals are what get you there. Kickoff into game number 4. Kings looking to get back into this series, but if Rilo gets a 50 like that, it could be a tough game for the Kings. Magic's great 50 in the midfield. Rilo able to pop this one out into the corner. But the pressure for Magic's is early and everywhere in this game number 4. We're sending it on the side of the Kings. Feeling confident after that game, Magic's fakes this one out, looking for a bump and gets it. This up to the backboard, but Doodle able to make it there in time, blazing around 1. Marco gets bumped, but Doodle does well to bail out his team. Rilo pops this one up to a teammate on the wall. Marco and Rilo miscommunication, and it goes into the hands of Visk. Pops it up for Magic's. Doodle is there, ever present, standing strong and being there quickly. Marco pops this one over into the Kings half, but no pressure to follow. Blazing up to the ceiling, trying to make something happen. Magic's trying to follow on it, looking for a double, but it does not make it there. Marco now taking his time, popping it over 1. Quick shot coming out from Doodle. Follow-up could be there, but whoa, what in the world is happening? I don't really know what just happened. It was popped out by a defender into an offensive Doodle. What is going on? This Doodle guy is everywhere. The sub is doing wonders for Blaze in this game as the pressure stays on. Into the King's corner we go. Magix tries to pop this one out, but Rilo is there to keep it in. In back and forth we go. This has been a ping pong series so far. Let's see how it ends up, Chunks.
Yeah, we've had a couple miracle saves, a couple off the crossbar into someone so far into this game, but really good defense, really good infield pass opportunity, but very, I don't want to call it lucky, but very good positioning to put themselves at this game equal, even though despite the good looks that this Blaze team has had so far.
Great save coming out from Visk, and the ball gets cleared away once again. Quick shot coming out from Magix, but it goes off the 4th man of Blaze. Visk keeps this one in, keeping the pressure on, but Rilo elects to put it into the corner. Blazing trying to keep the pressure on, but Doodle with a great clear out into the midfield, alleviating some of that pressure. Rilo on the ball, looking over for Marco. Marco with a great shot, but Visk with an even better save. Doodle trying to put this one on, but Magic puts it into the corner. Doodle staying on this ball, making it awkward for the Kings, but a great recovery on defense keeps this game scoreless. Popping this one down into the midfield. Blazing puts it onto the back wall. No one able to be there, but Doodle with a great job getting to that ball first. 50's out. Viz. Doodle going for it again, trying to get another Doodle doink, but unable to connect with that shot. This ball goes out and wide. Could be awkward, but a great defensive stand coming out from the Kings, and the counterattack begins once again. Magix gets a 50 on Doodle. Viz gets a 50 on Marco, and up and away we go. 2 minutes remaining, and we remain scoreless in game number 4.
Yeah, defense has stand tall so far in this game. They both have not had a lot of shot opportunities as well. It's not like we're saving everything. We only have a combined 6 shots from both teams. 4 on the side of Blaze, make that 5 on the side of Blaze, and 1 to go in the net as well, and 2 on Kings, but really good pressure here. Everyone, no boost. Rilo, big pop off Blazing's behind and right into Marco, who has scored yet another one in the series.
Marco has come up clutch for this Blaze squad yet again, taking a lead with only 1:30 remaining in game number 4, trying to end this one in 4 and move up to 4-8, but not if the Kings have anything to say about it. Visk over to Magix, and Magix to the back of the net. The Kings tie it up in 14 seconds.
Yeah, the very quick kind of, I wouldn't say off the kickoff, but the kickoff set him up for a really good opportunity to answer back quickly. Magix has all the shots for Kings right now, but he does put away his first shot of the game, and they will have another great opportunity here, Colson.
The pressure from the Kings off these kickoffs has been immaculate so far. Unfortunately, the defense from Blaze on these kickoffs has been just a little bit better. Now we're in the Kings half yet again after those kickoff antics. Fisk popping it over one, taking it up to the sidewall himself. Doodle cuts this one out and puts it back to midfield where Blazing is waiting. Doodle tries to get a bump, but he does not connect on it. Marco with a pinch out, forcing it into the Kings corner yet again. Magic's taking his time, gets 50'd out by Marco for doing so. Blazing a little awkward off the wall. Doodle up early. Blazing controls it well. Trying to get it over Rilo and does back into the midfield. Marco with a quick cut early, but a whiff on this one. Doodle able to recover to it, keeping this game tied. But another whiff coming out from Doodle. 2 players go for Blaze, and they are able to keep this one out. Marco delays his touch just a little bit, but it is saved away by Magix. Marco off the ceiling down to himself. A little bit of awkward play coming out from both teams, but this could be the opportunity. This with a great shot, but Marco able to save this one away. Back and forth we go yet again. Doodle tries to keep this one up off the back wall, but Blazing does well to intercept it. Rilo and Doodle trying to go for the same ball, but it gets knocked down, and overtime we go, Chunk.
Yeah, watch out on this kickoff for what we've seen, but a really good kickoff to kind of settle down the pace of this game. As this kind of panicking in the back, but the success we've seen from Kings being able to respond to goals has been impressive, but this is golden goal. You are going to need to find the goal first.
Yeah, Blaze trying to get it first and end the series now. Kings trying to get theirs and keep it going. Mistouch comes out. Blazing, please put it in, and he does, taking all the time in the world from it. Marco won't get credited for that assist, but he should be. Blazing capitalizing on that and sending this to a game number 5.
Yeah, really unfortunate touch. Everyone was up, and it was just the freest hit ever. Blazy put it in at, like, I didn't check, but what felt like 20 miles per hour. But a really good opportunity capitalized from Kings. We've seen them been capitalized on their defense, but we saw them capitalize on a little mistake from Blaze, which have been few and far between, and a really good comeback here from Kings.
Blaze getting 8 shots to the Kings 6, but they do fall in this game. 5 saves coming out from the Kings and only 3 coming out from Blaze. Marco's Wi-Fi is now 350 ping and spiking. That is tough, but with a 2-0 lead, you have 3 chances to overcome that, and this is where you have to stand the tallest. In game number 5, Champions Field, Kings looking to complete their reverse sweep. Blaze trying to stave them off. Can Blaze take the heat, or will the Kings come out with the crown? Let's find out, as this one gets immediately saved away from Rilo with a quick counterattacking in! Blaze coming out on firing on all cylinders. Rilo to himself off the corner and a quick shot post and in. Chunk, what are we thinking?
Yeah, we really need that guy to step up if we're a Blaze fan. We know Marco's been having a little bit of issues with his ping, with the server, but Rilo, another really the 1-2 punch here for Blaze. They need him to kind of step up when things aren't going all in their favor.
Pressure now on Blaze from the Kings, but we'll see if the Kings can keep it on. So far, we've seen throughout this series, Blazes have been able to get this ball cleared out and away with efficiency. That has been to the detriment of the Kings. They've started to overcome it, which is why they're back in this game, but a lot of their pressure has come off of their kickoff goals and kickoff antics. Magic's able to keep this possession to himself, but Doodle able to steal it right back from him. Back and forth we go. Not a lot of team passing plays in these later games. We have seen a lot of solo play efforts from both teams. Rilo trying to do it himself, popping it up, looking for a teammate, but no one there to follow. Doodle pops this one back mid, but Magix will be the first one to it. Calls off Visk. A little bit of miscommunication there coming from the Kings. Visk goes for it. This could be awkward, but Doodle able to pop this one out and away into the Blaze corner. Blazing, keeping this one up, looking for a teammate. Magic's pre-jumped, but it's not there. Visk with a quick shot, but it goes off the 4th man yet again. The fourth man is standing the tallest on the side of Blaze, and he will have to stand even taller as we keep going. The Kings with all the boost and all the pressure, but a great 50 coming out from Rilo as he goes into Andy yet again. 50 off of the Kings defender and into the back of the Kings net, doubling up their lead, Chunk.
Doubling up their lead and doubling up his goals in this game. He has really shown up here. Two shots, 2 goals. Has been doing phenomenal in this game when they needed him, and really just impressive that the way Blaze have been doing it. Kings need to find a way to find themselves a goal and find a way to stop him.
For those coming in and saying, why are we still named Chicken Choker? I don't know, but I'm referring to him as Rilo. Markle gets a 50 up, looking for Doodle, subbing in for Donald. Rilo up into the air, gets a 50 down, but Doodle can't get to it. It's cut away by Magix, and the fast-paced game number 5 continues. Nerves starting to settle in for the Kings. This pops this one up into the air over Doodle, and Rilo is there for it. But Magic's looking for a quick follow-up, looking for the double. Gets it, but it goes just a little bit wide. Shooting accuracy plague for the Kings. Fisk over to Magic. Magic looking for a teammate. Blazing trying to get it to happen, but Fisk is going to keep this pressure on. Magic's looking for a double of his own. Down to Blazing, but Blazing sends it off the fourth man yet again. This fourth man for Blaze has come up clutch again! Are you kidding me? It's like there's a magnet on the ball to these posts. That was the Kings' 1, 2, and 3rd chance, and they've all gone just a little bit wide. And Doodle gets a strong clear into the Kings' half. It's like the Kings need to buy a goal, but can't even do that, Junk.
Yeah, they'll have a great opportunity there. We kind of saw a flying V formation, but really good save here coming out. We've seen really solid opportunities almost back to back to back to back, but shooting woes continue to plague Kings here when it matters the most.
This ball gets popped out into the Kings' corner. Keeping the pressure on is Rilo. Doodle trying to keep and do the same as Marco flips back. He misses that midfield boost, and the Kings should be able to get out of this pressure, but no one able to snag that midfield boost before Marco gets back to it. Rilo trying to keep possession of this one, scare off Fisk, but Fisk stays looking for Magix. Magix pops this one up into the corner, looking for a pinch out and over, and gets it. Magix with a quick shot, but Rilo able to pop this one out and away. Blazing gets met in the air by Marco, and Magix gets met by Doodle. Let's see if the Kings are finally able to break their curse and get a goal, but right now they aren't with defense from Marco, even on high ping. This guy is coming up clutch in this rivals matchup.
Yeah, really good saves here. As even this surprised at the save on that shot by Marco. They continue to have these quality opportunities, but this time they're not hitting posts. This time they're being met by defenders on Blaze.
30 seconds for the rest of the series. The Kings need to get a goal. Pressure from Blaze, it's going to be tough. Fisk looking for Magix, but Doodle with a great cut, trying to get a cycle of his own. Marco, maybe the high ping causes him to whiff on it, but Doodle recovers well and sends it back into the Kings' half. Fisk trying to make something happen, but if he doesn't get one right now, and he doesn't, this game is all but over. 3 seconds left, and the ball stays on the ground. Blaze, stand tall and stave off the Kings' reverse sweep.
As Marco not happy with what he had to go through in the series, but at the end of the day, they do get the W. A really important game 5 played by Blaze there. Rilo stepped up really as much as he could when they needed him the most, and at the end of the day, it's not how you win the series, it's just that you win the series. As pretty important goals there by Rilo in the last game.
Rilo doing it for his team and sending them to 4-8. The Kings fall down to 3-9. 11 shots for the Kings that game, and only 5 saves coming out from Blaze. The other 6 will be credited to the fourth man, the post. Shooting woes for the Kings led to their downfall. Blaze trying to get back into the playoff chances. They only need one more win. I think they need to win out the rest of the season, but they do have a chance. It's looking grim for the Kings, though. Great matchup so far, and don't go anywhere. Next, we have another matchup where I will be back. Chunk, unfortunately, this is your goodbye for the stream today. Do you have any words to say to anyone before we cut to break?
No, all I have to say is stay tuned for what has almost become a signature, our Prospect League finisher.
We'll be right back with some Prospect League gameplay.
Girl, I feel like Sleepy Hollow, the way I lost my head, and I feel like I would follow anything that you said. Yeah, I feel like Sleepy Hollow. I lost my head, I lost my head. I'm your marionette, you hold all the strings. I'm not even upset, I like you holding me. I'm locked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. Clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the things you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last track, the part of me. And I feel like Novocaine when you walk into the room. If this is going insane, at least I like the view. And I feel like Novocaine when I'm with you, when I'm with you, yeah. I'm your marionette, you hold all the strings. I'm not even upset, I like you holding me. I'm locked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. Clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the things you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last track, the part of me. You're my last track, the part of me. You're my last track, the part of me. I'm locked out of my head, and girl, you're swallowing the key. I'm clocked out, I'm brain dead. It's just the thing you do to me. Is it total vacancy? Oh, when you're kissing me, I know that you're my last track, a part of me. Hey, they screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Waiting for the flag to fall here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm here now.
Waiting for the flag.
Waiting.
He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. Place this heck. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
Just pie off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Hold on. Surely this can. Oh my
It's
lord.
Bill with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Palpatine on the goal line. He did
Nearly over.
sweep. It comes through. The venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
What is going on, everybody? It is Ventus back once again for another cast, the final cast of the night today. I am joined once again by Colson. Colson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I just got out of a great rivals matchup between the Kings and Blaze, but that is not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the prospect matchup between the Vipers and the Melons. Personally, I think the Vipers, who are 8-3, will be able to take this one over the Melons, who are 4-7. Ventus, do you have any thoughts about this upcoming matchup?
I think it'll be an uphill battle for the Melons the entire way, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as you might think. I know Vipers are a super high seed already currently. I believe they're the number 2 this seed.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And the Melons are currently out of contention, well, in play-ins, but I think that it might be their time. I don't want to say it might be an upset alert, but if we're on track, I kind of want to see it. So I think the Vipers are probably going to win, but I'm going to give it to the Melons in 5. But as we kind of, we'll see what actually happens as we get into game number 1 here. As Shackle's gonna take this one, trying to get some early Melons offense going. Protera catching this one, looking for a second touch, getting the beat on Starfy, but it actually ends up in a 50. Starfy just cleaning this one out. Shackles plays it away. Hypnotic gets a beat on 2. This might be dangerous. Protera having to cut out in the midfield, getting this one a little bit away from danger. Starfy leaving this one for his teammate Dangerous. Dangerous looking for a second touch, gets the beat, but the follow-up is not going to be there from the Vipers. Tragic. Taking this one up on the wall, Staw clearing this one away once again, just feeling each other out early in this game number 1, not really wanting to pull too many punches, and overall just kind of taking it a little slow. We see a couple double commits coming out from both sides. Might be a little bit of stream nerves, but I think that these teams will settle in very well.
Ping pong in game number 1, but I'm seeing a lot of great midfield pressure so far. We have seen a couple double commits in this game number 1, but I'm glad that that's happening rather than no one committing for the ball. That could be the most dangerous and often leads to these early game 1 leads. But both teams are willing to stay on the ball, keep that pressure up, keep rotation going, as Stoffy bumps his own teammate into the other half. Dangerous with a quick shot, and it gets saved away. Pressure coming out from both teams so far in game number 1, Ventus.
Yeah, and Melons have honestly looked pretty good. They've had a lot of the midfield pressure that neither team has really gotten one way or the other. We haven't seen many shots, as we saw one just a few seconds ago, but Melons hanging in there very well. They're looking to continue this pressure with Protera, trying to put a shot on net. This might be open. Tragic needs to find that one on target, but can't make the shot. Dangerous taking this one out, gets a flick past one. Protera last back, taking his time. Looking to get a flick, is dunked by Starfy though. Dangerous popping this one in the midfield. Looks like a little bit of awkwardness coming out from the Melons once again. Hypnotic off the corner, but nobody in the midfield is clear. Going high and away, stopped by waiting in that midfield, holding the midfield line down. Dangerous looking for a touch. It's actually going to go off the post, and he's not going to be able to recover. This shot just going to fall into the back of the net to give the Melons a 1-0 lead.
The Turf Monster gets a piece of Dangerous and lets that ball trickle into the back of the net. A little bit of a miscue coming out from the Vipers as they go down 0-1.
Yeah, and it really could be anybody's series so far. Melon's taking the early lead, but it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows for either team. We saw a lot of midfield presence, neither team really gaining or losing much of their field position. Tragic looking to change that as he goes up for a ball. Trying to get that one out of the midfield. Shackles pops this one off the sidewall, looking for a second touch. Gets this one off the backboard. Follow-up coming through. No, there is not. Hypnotic clears that one away. Protera taking his time, resetting the ball. Gonna take this one into a dribble. Tries to get a dunk past one. 50s it to Tragic. Tragic looking for the double tap. He's gonna put this one towards the midfield. Protera trying to go up as well. Shackles taking his time, gets a beat on that member of Vipers, keeping it in the Vipers half, but that clear by Hypnotic might have turned into a double tap. This follow-up could be dangerous as the ball leaked into the midfield, but once again, the clear comes through from the Melons. Melons hang on so far in game number 1.
I like the time that each of these players on the pitch is taking in between touches. It's great awareness from both of these teams that sometimes in this league you see a little bit of angst where they just play boomer ball the whole time as a whiff comes out. Dangerous almost gets a quick shot. The great save comes out from Tragic. I think some of the issues that come with playing it a little slower is that you don't know when to speed up the play again. And I think that's what we're seeing on the side of Vipers specifically. So far, I've seen the Melons in this game, number 1, get great clears, starting counterattacks, but sometimes they aren't able to capitalize on it. The Vipers need to try to get one back, Ventus.
And they'll look to get one back right here as Stoffai looking for a pass in the midfield. Dangerous pops this one into the mid, but not going to be able to follow up his own touch. Hypnotic pops this one off the backboard. A double commit comes out from the side of Melons, but the clear comes through. Stoffai having to reset this ball, but a counterattack could come through. Crotera looking to dunk this one. Keeps it in the midfield. The follow-up through comes through by Tragic. It looked like the Vipers player on that back wall was not able to get that touch out of the midfield, and that is going to give the Melons a 2-0 lead.
If this pace of play keeps up, this could be, true to his name, a tragic upset against the Vipers. The Melons coming out strong in game number 1, breaking 3 of their 4 in 7 shackles. Now, Dangerous for life, trying to be dangerous in this game number 1, but Protera able to pop this one out and away as I'll kick it back to you, Ventus.
Just under a minute left. Melons seemingly taking the upper hand in the series, upper hand in game number 1. 2-goal lead so far, and Vipers are looking to kind of change that as this ball still in the Melons half. Crotera, not a great clear. Hypnotic shot coming through off the post. Shackles not going to be able to get there. Crotera needs to cut that one off and cut that rotation just to make sure that the ball does not go in the net. Stop by. Trying to keep this one up. Trying to get the 50. This 50 goes to Dangerous. Dangerous pop over one. 50 past the second one, but Crotera so good on that defensive line, has been so great. But a shot coming through from Stoffai. Get a bump, though, from Crotera, but the dunk comes through anyways. Stoffai cleans that one up, keeps them within 1, and with 5 seconds left, they might just be able to make a comeback.
Kickoff antics, trying to take one out of the Kings book that we saw last series. They were doing great on those kickoffs. Stoffai doing great. Hypnotic pops it out to him, and he gets a great solo play, getting this within 1. Pressure is on for the Vipers, but they launch it down to the ground. I actually thought that the Vipers played a really, really solid game number 1. They did have a couple of errors that the Melons were just able to capitalize on. I mean, you saw right there, the shots for the Vipers were higher than the shots for the Melons. But when the Vipers were given their chances, they weren't able to capitalize as often as the Melons were. And I think that's what led to their downfall, Ventus.
100% agree with that one. I think Crotera, though, on the defense for the Melons, was able to keep them in that game. There are a couple great shot opportunities from the Vipers, and I feel like that defense coming out from Crotera just really stepped up, kept the Melons in this game, and got them that game 1 victory, whereas the Vipers seemed a little bit more shaky. You saw a couple mistakes on the defensive side to actually give both goals to the Melons, and hopefully we won't see that in the future. And I think that the Vipers just need to settle in, but it's a little bit scary going into game number 2. We won't really know who has the upper hand still. I mean, it's still anybody's game, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, it absolutely is anyone's game. We saw it was so back and forth. There were a lot of ping pong in that game. I like calling it a ping pong game number 1, where you just kind of feel each other out. But that's essentially what it is. It's just a feeler game. And right now, I think the Vipers should feel confident based on what they saw. They just need to capitalize on their opportunities that they're given. I saw 3 or 4 opportunities that could have put them up in that game number 1, but they couldn't capitalize on it. And if they continue whiffing on those chances, I think the Melons take this in 4.
Yeah, whoa, crazy switch up now. I mean, you predicted one thing, and now you're going back on your word because I said no. I'm just kidding. We'll see if this continues. If the Melons can continue to maintain their strong play as this game number 2 starts away. Tragic trying to keep this one in the corner where it's safe. Acrylia coming out from Crotera. A little bit of a double commit. Tragic bumps Crotera and then isn't able to get a touch on the ball. This ball pops into the midfield. Shackles looking for a shot. 50'd away by Dangerous. Crotera first to this one. He's going to beat out one. Trying to get a beat on Stoffy as well. Hypnotic clearing that one away for Stoffy, making it a little bit less awkward. Hypnotic following that touch from Stoffy as well. Just being a very integral member of the team. Stoffy popping this one up, trying to get the dunk on Crotera, but Crotera, man, his defense in the back line is just so strong. No one gets past him so far this series until I eat my words and cast a curse, but I digress. Hypnotic getting a 50 out. Tragic popping this one to the midfield. Crotera beats one out, looking for a follow-up. Double commit comes out on the side of Vipers. Shackles trying to pop a shot towards net. Another double commit. Both players on the back wall. Tragic getting a beat on one. Tries to get the second touch, but that one just not fully on target. Crotera trying to get the follow-up, but this one is cleared away and very reminiscent of game number 1.
Seems like the Melons are happy to just let the Vipers make whatever touches that they want. We've seen a lot of passing attempts come out from the Vipers, but they're not very effective, and none of the Melons players are having to bite on them. Plays like that, where Dangerous is in the midfield, are dangerous, true to his name. They cause someone to bite. But until you can get those to happen with consistency, the Melons have no reason to come out of their net. They can stack it and just wait, but Stoffy with plays like that will force Melons to use some boost, get out of their net, and be uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it a little bit ago, but consistency is the name of the game. Whoever can put up the most consistent plays will most likely win this series. I mean, there's plenty of times where we'll see pop-off plays from both teams, but it's the teams who have the highest floor who will not succumb to the pressure. Stoffy, and an amazing shot, not succumbing to the pressure at all, with a great shot there, putting Vipers up 1-0.
Sorry about that, Ventus. I just couldn't contain myself. I saw Stoffy just put an absolute screamer into the back of the net, getting a ground pinch double. That was crazy. Beautiful play coming from the Vipers, and that could be what they need to heat up in this game. But just like you said, they need to be consistent. We will see these players pop off on occasion. We need to see the Vipers be consistent with their plays. I like the midfield presence that they have because it leads to chances like this, but until you're willing to send that third man as Hypnotic dives, I think it will remain to whoever has the higher pop-off.
It looks like Stoffy going for another pop-off play right there as he's able to hit the sidewall. That is going to be an absolutely amazing play. Hey, who needs consistency when you're going to have pop-off plays like that? I'll be honest, Stoffy taking the Vipers in the forefront, giving them a 2-goal lead.
Stoffy is consistently bringing tears of joy to my eyes. First, we get a double Dutch ground pinch, and then we get a sidewall redirect. What is going on in the Prospect League? Someone pick him up. What are we doing? How is this guy still down here? That is insane play coming out from Stoffy as he looks to do it again. Getting over one. No way. Getting over two. Over to Hypnotic. Hypnotic with the goal. Are you kidding me, Stoffy? He's having the game of his life.
You know what? It's Stoffy's world. Everybody's just living in it. That's all I can say about that one. He's basically taken a hold of the game by himself, just fully beating out every single Melons player, leaving the net open for Hypnotic there on that one. And Hypnotic gonna get the free open net. And Vipers, we talked about them starting off a little bit slow. They seem to be firing on all cylinders now, as they have been able to get 3 unanswered goals, and they have not let off the gas at all, as Dangerous looking to continue this. Shackles popping this one up high, though. He looks for the double tap, not going to have enough boost. The follow-up not going to be on target. He wasn't able to get that touch. Tragic trying to take his time, looking for a pass in the midfield. Shackles is there, pops high, tries to get it over Dangerous. Bump comes out, Crotera commits as well as third man, but unfortunately Vipers hold on. They continue to play better defense. Dangerous looking to get this one out of his own half, but a double commit comes out. That one might have been Dangerous, but Stop By hits it over the third man commit from the Melons, and they're going to get a free goal off of an insane misplay by Dangerous.
Fitting as the third man in Starfly with the game that he's having. 3 goals to his name now, getting the hat trick, but doing work on all 4 of them. He's doing phenomenal in this game. Recognizes the third man is diving and just chips it over him for a free net. Right now, I think if you're the Melons, you got to be scared, because if Starfly is going to play like this for the rest of the series, it is going to be a long 4-game series for you.
Yeah, the Melons are looking to answer back, though, as they are able to get one there off of a great play by Tragic. A great catch there on the sidewall, pre-flip, getting the beat past Starfly on the back line, and Shackles able to follow that one up. Cut the lead down to 3. It might not be, the crazy goal that Starfly has had, but nonetheless, the Melons are back in this game looking to continue this momentum as Shackle is trying to get a beat on Hypnotic, but Hypnotic clears that one away. Tragic, last man back, has to get a touch. Hypnotic looking for a shot. Bump coming out from Dangerous, and the bump comes through. Goal goes in. Vipers reclaim that 4-goal lead, and a great play by the Vipers.
He's a dangerous man for a reason, because if he's in front of the ball, he will bump you out of the way, clearing the way for his teammates. Those are the consistent plays that I think the Vipers need to win this series. You have Blessing in Starfly's game number 2. Great plays from him throughout, but I'd love to see more consistent plays like I just saw from Dangerous. I think that is what will get the Vipers to win this series overall, but if Starfly wants to pop off, that couldn't help, or couldn't harm.
It definitely wouldn't hurt them, I can tell you that. If he's able to just throw out some more heat checks, maybe go for another sidewall, I would not be opposed. I love watching some crazy mechanical play, especially from the Prospect League. It's something where you're like, oh yeah, Prospect, they're like GC1. What can they do mechanically? And then they pull out sidewalls like nobody's business. And I mean, great plays coming out from Vipers. And with 10 seconds remaining, it seems like this game is as good as gone for the Vipers' victory. They are going to take game number 2, reset the series 1 apiece. Now it's just a best of 3 for either team. Whichever team wants to win the best of 3 more is going to get it, but they might get a goal for the road, but that ball is going to hit the ground. Vipers take game number 2, but once again, and honestly, I feel very drawn to Dangerous now for some reason, seeing his banner as a Washington Nationals team. But I'm not biased or anything. But if Polson can switch up his prediction, maybe I can switch up mine.
I just do whatever I can to sound right at the very end, and that's honestly all that matters. A lot of pressure coming out on the side of the Melons. They were able to get 7 shots to the Vipers' 6, but they didn't have as many saves as the Vipers did, and they didn't have a game or a player that was popping off as hard as Starfly did. I think that they do have something to look forward to. I think if Starfly didn't have the game that he just did, it was a 2-1, and this game was a lot closer than it looked on the scoreboard. I don't think that you can have a consistent GC1 with mechanics like that. Like, even I, when playing with you, have games where I pop off and go crazy, but then the next one, I don't do the same thing. And that's what I'm going to be looking for from Starfly. If he's able to have that consistency, he's having a night, I think this game, I'm going to switch it again. Here we go. I think it goes to the Vipers in 4. But, hear me out here. I think if Starfly isn't able to do it, wow, as one goes in off the kickoff goal, pulling one out of the Kings books. Great consistent play coming out from the Vipers. I will continue, though. I think no, I won't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cast a curse on him. I'm just going to kick it back over to you, Ventus.
And we'll see if your change of predictions helps sway the momentum. As it seems like you rooted for Vipers in the beginning. They lost game number 1. You rooted for Melons in game number 2. They lost game number 2. So if we're thinking Vipers are gonna come back and win game number 3, maybe it's up to the Melons to prove you wrong once again. As it looks like Shackle is trying to keep this one in the midfield. Starfly gonna pop this one high back into the Melons half. Tragic. Good pass out to Crotera in the outlet. Crotera looking for a follow-up touch, is going to get beat out by Hypnotic, but Tragic is there for the follow-up. A great cut there as well from Crotera, trying to keep the possession in favor of Melons, but a little bit of a misplay from Shackles allows the ball to fall back into Starfly's hands, and that is not what you want to have happen. You do not want this guy to get the ball, but Looks like they're able to stave that one away for the time being. Crotera getting a big clear out wide. Looks like it's going to get a beat on another. I thought he was at 0 boost. He didn't need the boost. Apparently, Hypnotic needing to cover that one. Tragic pop off the backboard. Follow-up coming through from Crotera. Follow-up from Shackles as well. This man, last man back from Tragic Upset, is also dead now. Stoffeye looking to take his time. Gets the pass mid, but finally, Shackles able to cut back. Get that one save off the goal line. Follow-up save coming out once again. And it seems like the Melons are holding on so far this game.
This is what I was expecting to see in game number 2. I wasn't expecting Stoffeye to pop off, and I was so glad that he did. And he gets another one for the road right here. Took a little bit too much time in front of your own net. Crotera gets the demo, and Tragic gets smokescreen, doesn't see Stoffeye, and Stoffeye puts that into the back of the net, doubling up on the Vipers' lead.
He's continuing his good streak from last game. You know, you can't knock him too hard. He's feeling himself. He's on cloud 9. He's looking for another pass out wide. And it goes for the bump instead. Hypnotic trying to get the shot, but that save gonna come through from Tragic Upset. Tragic looking for a follow-up touch. Is gonna get the bump on his own. Dangerous having to cover as that last man back tries to get a pinch out wide. It's actually gonna be able to stay on this ball, pop it into the midfield. No follow-up coming through. Gonna relent the pressure back to the Melons. Hypnotic trying to follow this one up though. Stoffeye looking to get a pass to Hypnotic. Not going to be the best touch what he wanted, but a good to commit from the third man. And Dangerous is going to allow Vipers to maintain possession for the time being. Crotera looking for a pass to Tragic. Tragic tries to, test the net a little bit. Gets a pop into the midfield, but Dangerous once again super well played on defense. Hypnotic playing this one out to Dangerous. A cut comes through from Tragic, but that one not going to be on target. Shackles needs to get another touch on this one. Gonna get dunked out. Hypnotic has time, has space, gets the beat on 1, gets the beat on 2, and that ball gonna find the back of the net. A nice little solo play coming out from Hypnotic.
Hypnotic able to beat all 3 players on the side of the Melons. Over 1, over 2. The third just can't get there, and now it is a 3-0 lead. Hypnotic, the one popping off for the Vipers in this game number 3.
Yeah, it seems like all you got to do is take turns with the players who are popping off. We saw in Game 2 is Stoffeye, maybe Game 3 it's Hypnotic. Hypnotic has played very well and consistent so far in this series as well. He's going to look to keep this one going as a pop comes out into the midfield. Dangerous going to take this one out. Getting a 50, but it's not great. Goes straight to Crotera, but the possession given back to Stoffeye. Dangerous, a pop into the midfield. Stoffeye looking for a shot. That one saved away by Shackles, and a great pre-jump save coming out. Hypnotic. Not the touch he wanted. This ball a little dangerous, but Dangerous has that one. Hypnotic looking for a clear off the back wall. Likes to take his time, and Crotera gonna punish him for that one. I thought Hypnotic was gonna jump off the wall very early, trying to get some early commit pressure on the force to Crotera, but that is a great shot coming out. A great score for the Melons, and a much needed one at that.
The Melons trying to dig their way back into this game number 3. This is a dangerous position. A 3-0 lead is one where you start to feel confident. You don't feel like you need to do as much because you feel like that game is in the bag regardless of how much time is left. And because there are 2 minutes remaining, I think it is a dangerous position for the Vipers to be in, especially with miscues like that one. Quick shot coming out from Shackles. Let's see if this pressure that the Melons are trying to breathe into this game number 3 pays off for them.
Yeah, and it does not seem like it, quick thinking, it has not so far, as they are already put on the back foot once again. Vipers coming out swinging so far. Tragic needing to get this clear. Looking for a follow-up touch. Does pop it into the midfield for Shackles. Shackles back pass to Crotera. Crotera just has to kind of cover that touch. Doesn't really do great with that. Clear comes out. Pass into the midfield, Dangerous trying to find his teammate Stoffeye, but that one is going to be cleared away once again. Crotera taking his time, getting possession, looking for the beat on Stoffeye. Does get the beat pass 1. Actually gets a beat pass 2 as a little bit of a close second man coming out from the Vipers, but this is a long booming clear. Tragic looking for the follow-up touch. Not a great one, as it's going to allow Dangerous to try to make a play on this one, but not able to follow that one up. Tragic's able to get the clear out. Gets a demo, looking for a pass to Crotera. That ball is going to be saved away by Stoffeye. Shackles having to keep this one, play it back into his own net. Relents the possession to Stoffeye, and Crotera needs to cover that one there. Shackles looking for the follow-up. Dangerous clears that one out wide, but the demos have been coming through so far this game. Just with 30 seconds remaining, 2-goal lead might not be it though. 1-goal lead now, as the Crotera is able to find the lapse in positioning from the Vipers squad, a little bit of an early commit to that boost from Hypnotic, and that is going to put them within 1.
Crotera getting his second goal of the game. He's having a phenomenal game so far. I was about to criticize the Melons, and I think I still will. A lot of their passing attempts aren't really super threatening. That's the same critique I gave the Vipers in game number 1, although this could be a threatening one. I like the ideas that are coming out. I like when Crotera just shoots the ball. They're not overcomplicating it. They're not trying to make it too flashy. I like when he screams it downfield, right to Tragic. Those are the plays that I like. I like when they're boomer balls. I like when they don't try to keep that possession, especially against a Vipers team where if you take that time, they will be on the ball in an instant. They will 50 you out, and it will go screaming down your field into your own net.
Vipers taking game number 3, putting them on match point. I mean, it was a very close game, all things considered. I think Melon stepped it up towards the end. We saw Vipers go up early 3-0 in game number 3. And, I mean, Melon's kind of worked their way back into it. They got some momentum going for themselves for game number 4. Hopefully they're able to continue it. But, I mean, it's like you said, whoever's more consistent, whoever's going to have the pop-off but also staying consistent, whoever's getting those passing plays, whoever is playing more as a team as well, getting these bump plays in, that's really going to be the difference maker, I think.
One of the ways that you can play as a team and for your team is by going on defense. I've seen too many times a player on the Melon side of the field that they're both sitting in the net. None of them are on the backboard. None of them are trying to get to the ball, making it an easier follow-up for their teammate. And I think if they can start doing that, this game could be theirs.
Yeah, and we'll see if there is the follow-ups coming out on defense, if there's these offensive pressures coming out from either team, as we are down in game number 4, Forbidden Temple, where crazy things happen, and we're hoping to get some game 5 magic as Dangerous tries to get a flick out, looking for his teammate Hypnotic, back to Dangerous, back to Hypnotic, but Hypnotic 0 boost, just having to leave that one. Crotera gets a pass to Shackles. Shackles just booming this one high and away, looking for a double touch. Double commit comes out from him and Crotera, though. This ball going to be a Stoffy one-on-one. You do not want to see this one as he's able to beat Tragic. This ball could be dangerous, but Shackles able to get the first touch. A double commit coming out. Neither team wanting to go for the ball, or neither player from the Melons wanting to go for the ball, sorry. And this going to have to be cleared away from the Melons half, but very dangerous so far in game number 1, and it looks like they didn't want to take your advice about going on defense.
Yeah, no, not at all, but that's okay. We got to keep going, right? The game is scoreless 1 minute in, and these are the passing plays downfield that I love to see from teams. We saw Dangerous willing to stay upfield, trusting his teammates to get that long booming clear, and that's when it becomes dangerous for the other team. If we're able to leave our teammates upfield, look for them on these long booming clears, I think that could get either of these teams the advantage in game number 4, when nerves are high, just like that.
Yeah, and I mean, Shackles is going to want that one back for sure, right? Like, it's not the touch he wanted. Super awkward follow-ups. Hypnotic pounces on that one, sees the missed touch there coming out, and he's going to capitalize very quickly. And that's such a mental breaker for the side of Melons. They're going to have to get back into this game quickly if they want to be able to maintain this position and forcing a game number 5. Crotera looking to be doing just that as a long booming clear comes out. A dunk on Stoffy. That ball going to go posting in, and Crotera might have just saved this Melons series. Is a great play coming out on the dunk.
A battle of the pop-offs. Crotera able to get one over Stoffy. Last game, Crotera had all the shots for this Melon squad, and he looks to continue to do so. So far, Shackles is the only other player on the team, and he only has one shot as Crow looks for another one. Great shot! Are you kidding me? Beautiful pass from Shackles to Crotera. Why not feed the man? He's having a series.
I mean, you just gotta feed him the ball. Just let him heat check. Just keep feeding him the ball until he messes up. It's at that point, you just pass Steph Curry the ball, and until he misses it, you just keep passing it to him, and he'll make it. And that's exactly what Crotera is doing. I'm not gonna necessarily say he's Steph Curry, but for this series' sake, we'll let that one slide and stop by trying to reset the pressure for the Vipers. A double commit coming out, but Crotera another big beat into the Vipers half. Shackles looking to pick this one up, but gonna give possession away back to Stoffy. Stoffy able to get the beat on one, looking for the reset, trying to stay on this one. Crotera just patiently waiting, keeping the possession. Now gets a beat on one. Hypnotic gonna have to retreat back into his own half, looking for the fall, but a team bump comes out from him, and Stoffy Tragic not able to read that ball off the backboard. A pinch coming out, Dangerous double commit coming out as well. Dangerous almost got a beat on both, but doesn't matter if Shackles does it for him. Tragic needing to cover and clear that one out. And Melons, with just a little under half the game left, seemingly able to take back the lead for now until Stoffy able to get this one. A great air dribble, beat past the last defender pre-jumping in Crotera. And I mean, Stoffy, it seems like it's a battle of the greats. You know, Crotera on the side of Melons, Stoffy on the side of Vipers.
You compared Crow to Steph Curry. I saw Rockerman say Steph Curry in the chat. We have Stelfi. He is Stephi. They're both fighting for that name. I'll go one step further. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. That is El Clasico right here. That's what we're seeing. And we're going to have to see Ronaldo and Messi step up for their respective teams. Oh, tries to put this one on target, but no beans. Back mid could have been a chance, but no more magic for the Melons. Kicking it back to you, Ventus.
Yeah, I mean, the Melons have done pretty well, especially with this potential shot coming out from Tragic. It looks like Melons seemingly found their footing once again, out shooting the Vipers, out pressuring them as well. They found the midfield presence, and this might be a dangerous play as Tragic almost gets the beat. Well, he does get the beat, but not the goal on target. And a good pass back allows them to maintain pressure in the Vipers half. Stoffy looking to clear this one out. Does get a beat on one, but Crotera is there lying in wait, looking for a second touch. Does not get the beat on Hypnotic. This ball going back into the Melons half. Shackles trying to take his time, but Hypnotic is all over him. He's looking for a pass in the midfield. Gonna leave it for Stoffy. Stoffy looking for an air dribble, trying to get the double tap, looking for bumps as he's leaving. And looks like Hypnotic gonna go for a shot as well. Shackles playing this one over to the side. Dangerous, a great pass in the midfield. Tragic off the back wall, not gonna find the touch. This might be Dangerous. Bump coming out from Dangerous Life as well. But he actually bumps his own teammate, and unfortunately for them, it kind of ruins any pressure that they had.
Whoa, this one gets popped back mid. The pressure from the Vipers is doing wonders against this Melons defense. When they go through, like Dangerous just did, it causes a stack up on the back line. It stagnates that defense and leads to the pressure. Stebron with the shot, but Crow able to save that one away. Steph Curry against Stebron James. Let's see if this keeps going. Shackles popping this one up, trying to get the pressure back. Crow pops this one out and away, and back and forth we go in game number 4.
Yeah, and if there's any time to score, it would be now as a shot coming out. Hypnotic needing the save. Stoffy, counterattack opportunity. Crotera gonna take this one off. Pinching it to the midfield. A shot could be dangerous, but this ball gonna hit the ground. We're gonna go to overtime here in game number 4. Crotera looking to take his team to the game number 5 promised land. Stoffy looking to help his team close it out as he's looking for a double tap. This one might be dangerous. Gonna leave it for Hypnotic. Hypnotic shot off target. Crotera needing to follow this one up. Pinch in the midfield. It's past Dangerous. Dangerous gonna have to clear this one out, but Hypnotic does it for him. This ball gonna stay in the Melons half for now. Hypnotic popping this one high. Crotera gonna take possession, going for the pop, looking for an air dribble, looking for the pass. Shackles there, shot in, bang! And this, we have game number 5 upcoming.
Back-to-back game 5s. It is my lucky day. Crow over to Shackles, and wow, what a play that we just saw. The Melons trying to get back into this game. The Vipers' fangs have been taken out in this game number 4. Let's see if they're able to pop these Melons or if they're able to hold on a little bit longer. I really liked what I saw from the Melons. They were able to contain Stebron, as it's become known in the community. I coined that myself. I don't ever read chat. No one has ever said that I read chat in chat before. So, you know, let's keep the record straight on that one. But in all seriousness, the Melons had a phenomenal game. They were finding one another. They were being threatening. And against a Viper squad that normally the pop-offs we expect come from them. We did see some solo play potential come out from the Vipers, but the team chemistry that I saw from the Melons has given them the edge. And this is crazy. Your prediction that you actually never changed could go in favor of you. Melons in game 5. I'll swap back to my Vipers in game 5. I don't even know if that was my original, but here we go, Ventus.
Yeah, game number 5. What more could you ask for? A great game series, nonetheless. Whoever is able to take this victory, but whoever gonna come out on top has all the bragging rights. And Stoffeye looking to start the scoring early, but a great clear coming from Shackles, able to clear this one into the Vipers half. Crotera looking to keep that offense going from last game. Upset, trying to get the beat, does get it past one. Stoffeye able to catch this ball, looking for the clear out as well, but it's right to Crotera. This one open net, able to get the early goal here in game number 5. Crotera keeping what he's been doing all season, and I mean, he's not stopping.
Kroby Bryant on the ball with a great shot on net. I didn't get that one from chat. I'm creative too. And Crow and the Melons offense is as creative as ever. The script writing from Rockerman this season is phenomenal, but not if Sabron has anything to say about it. Let's see if these two Lakers legends face off and which one comes out on top.
Yeah, and Crotera popping a little bit of a shot on target, forcing Stoffeye to make a save. A demo comes out on Stoffeye. This could be dangerous for the Viper. Shackles trying to get a pass in the midfield. This one going to be awkward for Stoffeye. Stoffeye not able to get a touch. This ball going to pop back into the midfield off of Tragic's touch. The follow-up coming through from oh my god, Vipers first. Stoffeye getting the beat on that last man back. A double touch coming out. I can't even speak. I'm so excited for this game. Stoffeye looking for the pop. Gonna have the air dribble. Looking for the reset. Gonna fake it. A double commit. Goal coming out from the side of Melons. Stoffeye keeping the Vipers in this game. We still have a series.
Just like LeBron James, my GOAT, LeGoat. Stubron 1v3s the entire defense of Melons. Casters nervous, players nervous as we dive into the remainder of this game number 5. Crow trying to put the team on his back. Tragic looking for someone mid, but Shackles doesn't commit onto that one. Ventus, I know you're nervous, but we have to get you back in here. What are you seeing in this game number 5?
The Melons have just been looking so good. They had that one mistake caused by Stoffeye, but this might be another option for them. Tragic has looked so quick in this game number 5. He stepped up big time. Crotera, obviously the man we're looking for, as he's going to pop this one up high. Gonna double commit coming out. It looks like Hypnotic also challenged from the Vipers. This might be dangerous from the Melons, as it's a 3-on-1. A bump coming out. Attempt Stoffeye looking to get the beat. Crotera coming back just in time to make the save. Hypnotic gonna try to pop this one. Has to dodge the bump though. Crotera still on this ball. This ball, waterfall down. Might be dangerous. Stoffeye though, off the backboard. Has all the time. This touch though, over to Tragic. Tragic gonna take his time here, looking for a beat on Hypnotic. This ball gonna go into the midfield. Crotera is there. Off post. The follow-up though coming out from Shackles, but that one gonna be saved away once again. Tragic trying to keep this one in. This one's very dangerous though. Crotera needs to make that save. Does very well. Has full boost to his name, but a dunk coming out from Dangerous. A crazy pre-jump. A double commit. Stoffeye has the option here, looking for the fake. Gets it past one, but Crotera once again stopping him in his tracks. Crotera going end to end. This play onto off target, and that one gonna be kept in the Vipers half. Are we all good from you, Colson?
I'm seeing some crazy things so far. I think it's Kroby versus LeBron in this game yet again. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen Stoffeye try to put one on targeting. Crotera is the one there. Crotera getting bumps for his teammates on offense. It seems like whichever player pops off the hardest will take this one away. They're playing man on one another. Kroby with the shot, but it goes off the post from Hypnotic. Now it's LeBron. Shackles gets bumped, puts one on target, and LeBron cannot be stopped. The Vipers go up 2-1 in game number 5.
It's such an unselfish play from Dangerous as well. Going for the bump in the 2v1 opportunity. Does get it as well in that last man back. We saw the double commit coming out from the Vipers on that offensive side of the ball, and that really kept them from being able to cover Shackles' touch. And Shackles gonna try to stop this one though, as he's gonna try to get some momentum going for a demo as well. Tragic looking for a beat, gets a beat on one. Stoffeye is there though, long clear coming out towards Dangerous. This ball having to be stopped by Shackles, but Crotera clearing this one out wide. A shot coming out though from Hypnotic, not going to be able to find the touch. Dangerous having to get a cut as that last man back, able to keep this ball from having any dangerous potential on their side. A pass coming out to Hypnotic. Hypnotic shot saved away by Crotera once again. Follow-up shot though. Dangerous gonna put that one home. A 2-goal lead for this Vipers squad might just be enough. Crotera, even though he's having a phenomenal game, it seems like his teammates just aren't helping him out enough. And I mean, that's all I can really say about the Melons right now.
Well. Just as I predicted, and then unpredicted, and then repredicted, and then unpredicted, and then repredicted again. Unless Tragic has something to say about it, going for a double touch, trying to get a reset, as I think Stabron lags out of the game. He lost connection, and oh, Kroby almost with the goal, but Prod blocks him. It takes everything to keep this man out of the net. It takes admins. It takes the entire defense. How could you do this? This is an insane way that game number 5 is going. Ventus, over to you. The script is scripting as hard as ever.
I think they're going to have to restart from kickoff. Obviously, we saw Starfire lose connection, so we're going to have to reset it from kickoff. That goal isn't going to count, even though it's pretty much in the net already. It looks like Viper's going to hold on. Honestly, that's one of the really nice things about Match Admin, though, is if you have a disconnect, you're able to pause it there. And it looks like Starfire's back into the game. I'm not sure if we're all good here. Game crashed since before we scored, not going to lie. I'm not sure what we're doing. I don't know if we're giving them the third goal or I don't know what's happening. I think they're getting the third goal because he didn't disconnect before that. But it looks like they're all back here. I'm not really sure what's happening. Obviously, we need a big play to come up from Melons. It looks like they're trying to lobby for a 1-2 game. I'm not sure what the ruling is going to be on this one. They might rule that okay, it's gonna be 1-3. They get to keep their goal. I don't know what is happening. It's like Melons were trying to pull a fast one on us over here in the booth. Crotera trying to do all he can to keep his team in this one, as he was trying to say that he was able to get the goal. But 1-3 nonetheless. 1 minute remaining. This one might be a kickoff goal. Stop by. Shot on target. Shackles needing to save this one. This ball did Tragic upset. Tragic trying to get a beat, but Dangerous takes his life for it. Hypnotic clears this one off to the side. Stop by. Doesn't have much boost. Gonna let Shackles touch this one first. This ball still in the the Viper's corner. Dangerous clearing this one out wide. Looking for a follow-up touch. He has to beat Crotera though. Crotera not gonna be stopped on his own defensive side. Hypnotic clearing this one into the midfield, but this ball still in the midfield nonetheless. Melons looking for a touch, but a bump on Crotera. A double commit also kind of coming out. Tragic upset looking for the dunk. Follow-up coming through from Shackles. This ball saved by Dangerous. Dangerous getting the follow-up touch as well, beating Crotera out, but 1v1 opportunity. Tragic looking for the air dribble bump, looking for the double commit, comes out from Hypnotic. He almost got the bump as well. Shackles demoed, but he gets the pass into the midfield. Tragic looking for the reset. Tragic gets a pop, past one. Dangerous already up on that one though, with the clock dwindling down. 5 seconds remaining. Crotera needs a goal now. They're not gonna get it. This one gonna end in a Game 5 victory for the Vipers.
Unfortunate for the Melons. Not a tragic upset. It was tragic, but it was expected. 8 shots on the side of the Vipers. GG's in the chat from everyone. That was a beautiful game number 5 and exactly what I had hoped for when coming into this series. Now, with a little bit of admin interference, we'll have to check to see which team Rockerman put his points on. My money is he put it on the Vipers, which is why he paused it and then didn't take away the goal, but that is neither here nor there. The Vipers move on to 9-3, and the Melons fall to 4-8. Unfortunate, but a phenomenal series, Ventus.
Yeah, and I mean, look, right? The Melons lost, but they forced a Game 5 against the second seed in the Prospect League. Like, we can't just take that away from them. They came in as the 14 seed at 4-7, and they were able to keep this game so close. They were able to play so well, and honestly, man, if Crotera doesn't pop off as well as much as he did, this might have been a completely different series. But nonetheless, you can't win them all. You know, Melons unfortunately gonna lose this series, and that's that. Unfortunately, this is the last game of the night for us. So, I mean, we're gonna thank our sponsor or our Nemesis Premium subscribers real quick. I can't forget that. So if we can pull that really quick, thank you to all the, especially the Challenger and Titan, Crotera, who we just saw, Dissa, Earn, Flame Intruder, Insano, Neon, Wiggle, Ado, Fenrir, Jax, Parker, and Sado. Thank you guys so much. I'll throw the novice subscribers in there as well, Sub-Zero and Ruby. W subscribers, you guys do so much for us. You help us so much on the back end. You know, you get to help us make the best, you know, content for you guys. Just the energy we bring in, the casting, you know, all of that stuff, the stuff behind the scenes, Rockerman doing it on the production side, and overall, we couldn't do any of this without you guys. So huge appreciation, huge thanks. But once again, that's it for us today. I mean, we have some great matches gonna be coming up Monday. I know that there's gonna be a drunk stream coming soon. Not sure when, but I have the channel points now, so we'll see. We'll see when I want to redeem that. I'll have to talk with Rockerman after the stream. You see me, Rockerman. But without further ado, that's gonna be it for us tonight. It was such a blast casting, and All-Star Saturday. I completely forgot about All-Star Saturday. We have Saturday matches. Great! This is amazing. More Rocket League, more Nemesis. We'll be back Saturday, but you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you guys real soon.